uxolelwi zono zalo ungayithobi nqubo yakho luze lufu sapho lwakho. Amen. Enkosi, benifuna lonzolo. Ngoku sizawuqala umsebenzi esiuzele, kodwa siqale sixolise ngokuba kwenzeke sisiphithiphithi ekuseni nje singakhange sisicingele.
Firstly, we would like to apologize for the mishap that has happened this morning. We were not expecting what happened. We previously apologize.
Especially for abantu abadala abakhulu abafike ekuseni kakhulu babe bevukile emakhaya.
Especially the elderly people who woke up early in the morning. We were not expecting this at all.
Sicela uxolo nakwaba bafike early apha eholweni banyanzeleka bafike balinde nabo kude kuzole ngolhlobo kuzole ngalo ngoku.
We also apologize to those who came early, and we also thank them for their patience until everything is normal.
Sizawuxolisa ke nebreakfast ayikho kodwa into ekhoyo nje kukuba ufumane ibanana linyuse kancinci swekile namanzi okokuba uba ibinyuke kakhulu ngenxa yendlala ithobeke ngamanzi.
We also apologize because we do not have any breakfast for you. The only thing that we have is just a fruit and some water, just to raise up your sugar level.
Ngoku ke siyabulisa kubantu abadala omkhulu nomakhulu bethu no tatomkhulu bethu.
Greetings to our grandparents, our grandfathers and grandmothers.
Masicele ke aba abakwaziyo uphakama beme ngenyawo baphakame beme ngenyawo silungele uqala sinayo umhobe wesizwe okanye i-national anthem ezawuculwa yi-radio silandele ke emva kwayo abangakwazi uphakama bangazihluphi bahlale phansi abantu abadala.
Now we are going to sing the national anthem, but the request is that those who can stand up, they are allowed to stand up, but those who cannot, they are also allowed to remain seated.
Okay, over to you, radio yethu.
Thank you very much. You may be seated.
Mandibulise kwakhona abantu abadala egameni le portfolio committee yakwa social development.
Greetings to my elderly people in the name of the Portfolio Committee of Social Development.
Molweni endlini. Sanibonani? Amenini? Thank you very much. Now, ndiyazizwa ukuthi ndikuphi.
Now I really feel where I am.
Deputy Mayor kule ndawo ahleli kuyo ngaske athi nje shine simbone uphi.
May we request the Deputy Mayor, wherever he is, just to raise up his hand and say shine.
Deputy Mayor walapha Umlalazi Municipality.
Where's the Deputy Mayor of Umlalazi Municipality?
Umama Ungema.
Umama Ungema.
Niyambona nina?
Do you see her?
Lindy, where is she? Okay. Councillor Uthokozani, Ward Councillor Ward 12 OP.
Councillor, also 12, Councillor Tozani.
Okay. Makangene eze emboniselweni. Ngaloku kuthiwa isikhanyiso asibekwa phansi kwetafile sibekwa esiphathweni saso. So makangene eze ngaphambili.
We request him to come in.
Bantu abadala akusikuko noba siyavuya nilapha niphume ngobunintsi benu nazomamela uba kuthwani ngaba yindlu yeparlamente.
Bantu abadala ke siyabonga siyanconcoza ngokuphuma kwenu kakhulu nize la nizohlangana nathi siyiparlamente.
Sizawuxolisa kwezi itaxi ezisezayo ukuba asiqale zingekafiki.
We will apologize to the taxis due to the fact that some of them will arrive only to find that we would have started with our program.
All right. Angekhe sinilibazise namhlanje sizawuzama ukunikhawulezela niphume early ngoba nifike early apha.
We are not going to waste much of your time. We will try by all means to release you early because you arrived early.
Masizazise ke ndiqale ngam uba sizazise sinikele amalungu ahloniphekileyo azazise ukwenzela umama umangena ozawusamkela ayazi uba uhamkela obani nabantu abadala omkhulu nogogo bayazi ukuthi bahlezi nobani apha eParlamente.
This will be time for introduction. I will start by introducing myself, and then the honorable members will then introduce themselves so that Mama Mangena, when she comes here to welcome us, she will be knowing as to who we are and also the community. Oganyege abantu abadala omkhulu nogogo bazi ukuthi singobani.
Ndingunonkosi Mvana.
I am Nonkosi Mvana.
Ilungu le committee lakwa social development elinikezwe uxanduva lokucherisha ikomiti le.
I am the member of this committee of social development. I've been given a task to chair this committee.
Ndibuya le Eastern Cape ndiyathetha ke mna ndilixhosa langapha emakhaya eKoloni.
I am from Eastern Cape. When I speak isiXhosa. I am a Xhosa lady from Koloni.
Ndiyazi ke apha eKZN bandibiza Nomvana Nkosi ngoba isibongo salapha esiningi uNkosi.
Ngazi kahle kamhlophe ukuthi la eNatal bangibiza uNomvana kanti ke mina kimi igama uNomvana isibongo uNonkosi.
Isibongo ngumvana.
Oh, Umvana
yisibongo igama
uNonkosi.
Nonkosi. Yebo. All right. Andizuthetha ntwinde ukwenzela uba amalungu afumane i-chance nawo yokhe athi vandla ezibulekisela kuni. Ndizawuqala ngapha kule red ant ehlezi ngapha ngase-right kwini.
Ngizoqala ke ngasesandleni sami sokonxele ilunga elihloniphekile lizozethula ukuthi liwubani.
Good morning. I was asking the chair, what must I say, a mantla or what must I say?
Ngiyanibingelela ke bengibuza usihlalo ukuthi ngingasho ukuthi amandla na noma ngithini.
Good morning, each and everybody.
Ngiyanibingelela nonke.
Molweni. Goeiemorgen. Hoe gaan dit? Nee, ek kan Afrikaans praat in hierdie saal. Good morning, everybody.
Ngiyanibingelela ke nonke.
I'm Letitia Aris.
Mina ke ngo Letitia Aris.
I'm from George
Ngiqhamuka le kule ndawo yaziwa ukuthi iGeorge,
in the Western Cape.
Western Cape.
I'm a member of the portfolio of social development.
Nami ke ngilunga lale committee ye social development.
It's a real honor for me to be with you today,
Ngizizwa ke ngihlonipheke kakhulu ukuthi ngibe nani namhlanje,
specifically the older people,
ikakhulukazi ke abantu abadala abafana nani.
and I can see a lot of beautiful gray hair,
Ngibona ke inwele ezinhle ezimpunga,
and that is a proof that you have earned
lokho ke kubufakazi obusobala ukuthi ke
The most-
kukhona lokho
the
enikuzuzile.
most valuable thing in life,
Nizuze ke into ebalulekile empilweni,
and that is called experience.
lokho ke kubizwa ngokuthi spiliyoni,
That is coming with age.
esiza ke nokukhula noma ukuguga komuntu.
And we as younger people in this portfolio
Manje ke thina ke kule portfolio
are honored,
sizizwa sihloniphekile
and we are privileged
futhi ke sibe nethuba
listen
noma
to you
nenhlanhla
today.
ukuthi ke sinilalele,
and that you will be able to share your wisdom with
nokuthi
us
ke
today.
nizokwabelana nathi
Feel-
lobuhlakani eninabo.
Feel free, today is your day.
Khululekani nje usuku lweni namhlanje.
Open up your hearts to say, what is it?
Vulani inhliziyo zenu nisho noma yini enifuna ukuyisho.
What is it that you want us as public representatives
Nisho ukuthi ke yini le enifuna ukuyisho ukuze thina njengabantu phela abamela umphakathi sizoyizwa.
as the lawmakers in this country,
Njengezishaya mthetho kulezwe.
because we must pass laws that affect your lives.
Ngenxa ukuthi ke thina kufanele siphasise imithetho ethinta impilo yenu.
And therefore, I want to encourage you
Manje ke ngifuna ukunikhuthaza
to speak up today and tell us what is it that you want to see in this older person's amendment bill.
ukuthi ke nisho ke phela ngokukhululeka ukuthi yini enifuna ukuthi ibe kulomthetho wabantu abadala.
Address the issues, address the challenges that you are facing on a daily basis. There are lots of challenges that you older people are facing. And it is
Sitshele-
your opportunity today to come and speak with us. Thank you.
Sitsheleni ke nikhiphe yonke ingonyuluka yezinto enihlangabezana nazo nsuku zonke. Ithuba lenu ke lelo namhlanje.
Good morning, everybody.
Ngiyanibingelela nonke.
My name is Magdalene Peterson.
Igama lami ke nguMagdalene Peterson.
I am from the Free State.
Mina ngiphuma ke kulesifundazwe
Kroonstad.
ekuthiwa iFree State eKroonstad.
I'm a member of parliament,
Ngiyilunga leParlamente
and I'm serving on this portfolio committee, social development.
futhi ke ngiyilunga lale committee ye social development.
Thank you for getting up early so that we
Siyabonga.
can discuss this bill.
Siyabonga ukuthi nivuke ekseni ukuze sizoxoxisana ngalomthetho sivivinyo.
Thank you.
Ngiyabonga.
Good morning, everyone.
Ngiyanibingelela nonke.
My name is Dikhang Stock.
Igama lami ke mina nguDikhang Stock.
I'm also a member of the Portfolio Committee on Social Development.
Nami ngilunga le Portfolio Committee ye Social Development.
I'm also happy that you came out in numbers as elderly people to come and make a contribution towards the amendment of this bill before the committee.
Nami ke ngijabula kakhulu ukuthi niphume ngeinkani ningabantu abadala nize lapha ukuthi phela nizoba negalelo kulomthetho wesivivinyo kuyo le Portfolio Committee.
I'm also looking forward to listen to the engagements and the issues that are confronting our elderly people as we are in the process of amending the bill.
Nami ke ngilindele ukuzwa igalelo lenu njengoba phela sizoba busy ngokuthi ke sichibiyele lo mthetho sivivinywa.
So we are looking forward to the positive contributions that our elderly people will be making today.
Manje ke silindele ukuthi sizwe amagalelo amahle enu enzobe nisitshela wona.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Ngibonga kakhulu.
Siyabonga ke kubahlonipheki ukuthi bazazise kamandi bazazisa kamnandi.
Thank you
No
very-
deputy mayor efika.
Thank you very much to the honorable members for introducing themselves so well, and also thank you to our deputy mayor.
Mandazise kunye nabantu esihamba nabo as itimu esuka eParliamente.
Let me also introduce the other members that we are with or other teams from the National Parliament.
Kodwa ndiqale ngomhlonipheki unkosi umlefi ndabezitha khaba wavisha abantu andanoba inkosi yaphakanyiswa nabithu.
Let me start by introducing Inkosi.
Hayibo
Umlefe.
shaya nawe ngambulisi. Okay bayakubulisa chief wami sihamba naye yonke lendlela yalapha eKZN sigqiba zonke ezi district nezi areas naye.
We've been with him all over KZN in all the districts and in all the regions.
Uzanixelela ke ukuthi kahle kahle ngubani ophuma kuphi indawo amele nina kuyona akazotolikelwa ndimi.
He will tell you as to who he is and from which place he's from. I'm not going to do that for him.
Siwongekile ukuba sihambe nayo yonke lendlela ndiqinisekile nasejozini apho siyakhona uzawuba khona nathi.
We feel honored to be with him. I believe that even if we go to Jozini, he will still be with us.
Udeputy mayor yena samnika angene xa esamkela ngoba simnike nje akaphefumule kancane njengangoku.
We'll also give the deputy mayor an opportunity to welcome us.
Siwongekile nokuba abekhona apha nathi kuba ngelinye ixesha baxakekile minintsi imicimbi kodwa kubalulekile kwezi hambo zethu sibe naye umuntu obuya kwamasipala.
We feel honored to have him in our midst. It is also of great importance that whenever we have such gatherings, we need to have representatives from the municipality.
Sivile ke uba ukhatshwa ngucouncillor uThokozani kwawa 12 uphi abulisa abantu endlini.
We've heard that with him is Tozan Kaula from Ward 12. May you please wave your hand?
Shine. Aba councillor abangoyikiyo ukuza phakathi kwabantu banjengaye ke.
Councillors who are not afraid of meeting or to be together with the people are just like him.
Siyabonga kakhulu. Sinayo ke iteam esuka eParliamente esithi xa sibiza ngabachwephezi abathatha yonke lenkcukacha yethu nezi zinto sizawuzithetha here. Bahlezi pha kula kona mabawavishe.
We have a team from Parliament that notes down everything that you will be saying They are the ones who have raised up their
bakhokelwa
hands.
ngumanejala wabo nankuya Tatu Bhanti phakama bakubone.
They are led by their manager, Mr. Panti.
If bayahlupha bayamosha ni report pha.
If they are not doing their work, you must report to him.
Siyabonga tata.
Thank you very much, sir.
Sinayo itim ene radio ibisiculela kamnandi apha ehlezi pha. Mabawayifisha izandla.
We also have a team that deals with the radio or the sound.
Sinabo abantu njengoba sihleli apha abakhupha lento siyithethayo ngobunjalo bayo bayachwetheza nincume bethu nani benike ndabawela uba ndinganixeleli niphume niqumbile nina TV.
We also have people from the media, that is television. Don't forget to smile.
Abano YouTube bavula YouTube bazazibona ukuthi bayavela live njengoba sihleli apha.
Labo ke abane YouTube bangayivula YouTube, they will see themselves there ukuthi bayavela sikhuluma nje.
In the evening, Mr. Pandi, I watched the yesterday's deliberations and I laughed at them because I noticed that bapikisha each and everything esithethayo.
Izolo ke mnumzana uBhandi engathi ukubukela lapha yana YouTube ngabona ukuthi ke laba abasithwebulayo bathatha yonke into esiyenzayo.
No, not YouTube as such, TV itself 408 bendiwatchile in the evening ebusuku.
Angikhulumi ke ngeYouTube yodwa kodwa ngikhuluma ke nange TV channel 408 bengiyibhekile ebusuku.
Ndifuna ke abomama ongaguli ongaphethwanga yinto angazivali ngemask so that abonwa ngabazukulu. Ogulayo ke it's fine for yena afake imask avale yonke indawo uvela amehlo. Then ongeka powder akhupha ipowder yakhe ne lipstick yakhe aqonde kuyena aziphophoshwe.
We request those who are not feeling well to keep on using their masks. But if you are well, you are encouraged to take whatever you have in your pocket, just, beautify yourself a little bit. Nabo baba nabo siyazi ukuthi banawo uvaseline esikhwameni bazigcobise omkhulu bethu nabo bazophuma ke bacwebezela.
Bancume bahlale bencumile throughout the day size kushaya uthu.
Ngiyacelwa ke ukuthi you must keep on smiling, ningaveli lapha yana nithukuthele.
Sinayo i-department yakwa social development.
We also have the social development department representatives here.
Ikhokelwa ngumama uCivil uChief Director obuya kuNdlunkulu aphakama abulisa abantu mbukeni ukuthi wenze kanjani. Yabona?
That's the Chief Director of Social Development.
Ready for the TV uqobisile wabhukuza yonke into.
She's ready for the TV. She has makeup.
Sicele i-social workers ezibuya kwi-department ziwavishe zime ngenyawo abantu bazibone ke zona.
We request the social workers to stand up who are from the social development.
Ndicela bangahlazi ezikoneni sibabone laphaya ngoba bazayithola kanjani mabehlele ekoneni.
Yeah, bangahlali ke emakhoneni. They must just be visible all the time.
Masibashayela izandla baphume bonke.
That was a round of applause for the social workers.
In all these public hearings, Baba Bandi, bahlala bephuma ngolahlobo. Chief Director, PMDS, we sign for lama social worker. Aphuma onke KZN. Phindani nizishayele izandla.
May you
madodana.
please clap hands for them. They are always with us wherever we go. Yeah.
And bayaphuma serious, yes. I am just happy about that.
Kuyangijabulisa ke lokho abakwenzayo ukuthi babe nathi ngaso sonke isikhathi.
Kune security up.
Kunalabo ke ababhekelele ezokuphepha esithi ke security.
Sikhuselekile back and forth. ungabi nexhala lokuthi ukhulume ngoba uzokrwitshwa ngabazukulu ebusuku ngoba wena ukhulume ngabe ehall. Nansi amayiwavishe nje asiyifihli eyethu security siyenza ibe public so that ube aware that we are secured back and forth. Akunamuntu oza pressurize okanye uza kuthreatenisha. Bulisani security, wave your hand.
Na security yethu
Na yangemuva nijonge
ngemuva.
ngathi angisi security na bangemuva.
ningasabi ke ukuthi abazukulu benu bazohlukumeza la uphephile ukhulume nje ungasabi.
Ngoku ke into esizoyenza sonikeza konje ngubani endimkhohliweyo. Khona endimkhohliweyo Lindiwe. I think sizamile ukuthi sibazame bonke abantu abakhoyo and then abanye maye phakama umuntu uzawuzitsho isibongo sakhe azitsho ukuthi ubuya kuphi. If simkhohliwe it is not because siyathanda or asimfuni mari it's because of the time.
If we have forgotten to introduce anyone amongst us, may you please pardon us. It is not our making, but it is due to time constraints.
Sicele ke siqale ngabani bathu. Nkosi siqala ngawo uzichaza nje ukuthi ungubani osuka kuphi. Just uzichaza nje for abantu bazi so that sinikeze uDeputy Mayor asamkele.
Sibonge ku mphathi wohlelo
Thank you very much, Program Director.
umhlonishwa umama Mvana osihlalo we-portfolio committee.
To the chairperson, Honorable Mvana, who is the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee,
Namalunga onke ekomiti ahloniphekile ahamba nawo.
and all the honorable members who are accompanying her.
Ngizocela ukuboleka nje amazwi akhe awasebenzisile ukuthula bonke abakhona ngingabe ngisaphinda mina.
May I quote some of the words that she has used?
Ngaphandle kokusho ukuthi namhlanje la ngithunywe khona nami ngihamba no advocate Monica Mutibedi.
I would also like to indicate that with me is Advocate Motibedi.
Lona ke okhulumayo inkosi yesizwe sakwaMulife.
Speaking to you is Nkosi of the Mulife nation.
Ngibuya khona lapha kwaZulu Natal kule ndawo okuthiwa khona kusenquthu.
I am from KZN, specifically from Ngutu.
Ngihamba naleli komiti nje ingoba amakhosi akulesi sifundazwe sakwaZulu Natal
I am with this committee because the traditional leadership of KZN
banginikeza ithuba lokuthi bangithume ngiyomela amakhosi akwaZulu endlini yobuholi bomdabu kuzwelonke.
they gave me the task of representing the traditional leadership in the traditional council of the entire country.
Ingaleso sizathu ke ngilapha ngihamba nekomiti lakwa social development.
That is why I'm here with the Social Development Committee.
Nginibongela kakhulu ukuthi uhulumeni asondele kini bazali bethu.
I am very much grateful for you in the sense that the parliament decided to come closer to you.
Uma ngingaboleka nje imzuzu emibili kuphela sihlalo wekomiti ngiqonda kahle ukuthi ukuza kwami lapha ukuzobingelela nokuzethula nje kuphela.
If you could just spare me 2 minutes, Chairperson, I understand my duty is just to greet.
Bazali bami sisesikhathini esibhlungu esiphila kusona.
My parents, we are living in difficult times.
Lapho usathane ehlasele isakhiwo esibaleke kunayo zonke izakhiwo esikhona ngaphansi komthunzi welanga.
Where the devil has attacked everywhere where we live.
Isakhiwo okuyisakhiwo somndeni.
That structure is family.
Uma kuke kwalimala leso sakhiwo nathi sasivumela kuyobe izwe liphelile.
If that structure gets damaged, that would be the end of the entire country.
Isakhiwo esingadinge uhulumeni kodwa esidinga thina njengeinhloko zamakhaya ukuthi sibheke ukuthi siqinisekiseke kangakanani ukuthi sime ngendlela esibekelwe sona.
That structure does not need any government, but it needs us as parents, as grandparents and great-fathers to make sure that it is properly built.
Lokho kubiza ukuthi inhloko zemindeni kanye nabaholi bemphakathi nabezizwe kukhona umsebenzi omkhulu okufanele siwenze ukuqinisekisa ukuthi lesi sakhiwo asibhidliki.
That means that the people who are responsible or in charge for the families, the community and the entire country, they've got a duty to ensure that this structure remains intact all the time.
Ngoba isikhathi sokuxoxa sigxile ngakho asinaso namhlanje.
Due to the fact that we do not have enough time to talk about that,
Ngizocela ukukushiya nabazali bami ukuthi lezi inhlaka esengibalile sihlangana kanjani ukuthatha lolu daba silwise phambili.
I would just like to indicate to my parents as to how do we take this matter forward.
Kala umagama ngithokoza kakhulu sihlalo wekomiti usuku oluhle.
Chairperson, thank you very much for the opportunity. Have a great day.
Enkosi Ntwana Nkosi,
Thank you very much.
thunywa sabantu.
Nkosi, the messenger of the people.
Ngoku singena ku deputy mayor, sicela uba sizokwazi ukukhulula ibhatyi ngoba ngoku ndiyatshisa, ndiyatsha. Kodwa
Now-
sifuna ukwamkela.
It is the turn of the deputy mayor to welcome us.
Thank you, Program Director.
Ngiyabonga
Siyabonga kakhulu,
Mqondisi
ma'am.
uhlalo.
Inkosi yesizwe sakwaMlife phakathi kwethu ngiyakhuleka ndabezitha.
Greetings also to Inkosi from the Bulifetland.
Amakhosi onke asendlunkulu neinduna ezikhona ngiyakhuleka.
All the traditional leadership present here and all protocol observe.
Mhlonishwa ubiyela ukhansela weward okhona phakathi kwethu.
Councillor Biela, honorable member in our midst.
You will have to bear with me because I'm not used to lento ye translation noma interpretation.
Nizongixolela ke
So,
ngoba
ngizolokhu ngishayela
angijwayelanga
stop
ukuthi uma ngikhuluma ngihle ngima ngitolikelwa.
Firstly, I would like to apologize for coming late a little bit, but one of the reasons was that abanye abantu abadala were sent to a town hall. So I had to make sure ukuthi bayabuya ngale e town hall beza ngala ngoba they've been waiting there for a very long time and I wasn't aware ukuthi they are there because of this program here today.
Let me start by apologizing for coming late. There was a misunderstanding in terms of the venue. Some of the elderly people were at the town hall. Now I had to wait for them to come to this side. There was just a slight misunderstanding in terms of the venue. I just apologize for that.
Thank you. And I would also like to apologize for the Honorable Mayor, Umama Okuti Xulu. She's got other commitments.
Ngizothanda ke nokuxolisela ke usodolopha wethu umama uXulu ukukhona lapho abambeke khona.
Igama lami ke umbongeleni wakwangema Deputy Mayor as it's been mentioned.
My name is Mbongeleni Ngema. As it has been mentioned, I'm the deputy mayor.
Program Director, sifisa ke ukubingelela nje wonke umuntu okhona ngokuthi sithi nje all protocol observed ngoba umuntu ogcina engatholanga ukuthi ubani okhona thandi ukuthi bese ngibakhona osalayo ngingasamention so nje ikakhulukazi ke angibingelele abanikazi bendaba namhlanje abantu abadala sanibonani.
Chairperson, let me start by saying all protocol observe and then greet the people whom we are here with, the elderly people. Greetings to all of you.
Program Director, ngithande lena ngesikhathi wenza ama introductions uma usukumisa ama social worker omnyango wawusuthi ke bahlale bekhona ngaso sonke isikhathi.
Chairperson, I was pleased when I heard you introducing the social workers. You indicated that they are always with you when you are busy with these public hearings.
That tells me ukuthi le department ka DSD kusho ukuthi isebenza kahle ngoba nama social worker ethu lapha angaphansi asebenza lapha ngaphansi komkhandlu waseMlalazi ayatholakala especially kuma war rooms la ama departments amaningi khona ebonakala engakwazi ukufinyelela noma engabe ingxenye but alenzeki iphutha lokuthi uDSD ungawutholi lapho. Thank you very much.
That indicates to me that our social workers, in particular here at Umlalazi Municipality, it shows that they are always involved in community issues because you'll also even find them in the war rooms. So that shows that the Department of Social Development is really, really active in our area.
Thank you very much. So then today is undoubtedly an important day in our endeavors to build a caring society.
Namuhla ke usuku olubalekile thina lapho sizama ukuthi sakhe umphakathi onakekelayo.
I'm certainly delighted to be part of this event because issues of older persons are very close to our hearts as a municipality.
Ngiyajabula ke ukuthi nami ngibe la ngoba izinto ezithinta abantu abadala zicishe zisenhlizweni yethu thina njengomasipala walendawo.
It is always a wonderful occasion to be amongst society discussing issues pertaining to the older persons of our country.
Kumnandi ke ukuthi ube semphakathini ofana nalo lapho uzoxoxisana nabantu abadala ngezinto ezithinta umphakathi.
Kuyintokozo kakhulu ke ukuthi uhulumeni ezingeni likazwelonke ebese eletha lesi sigcawu namhlanje lapha eMlalazi.
It is also of great pleasure that the government has managed to make sure that we have such a gathering here at Umlalazi.
You will agree with me that a true measure of caring society is how best it values and protects its senior citizens.
Zovumelana nami ke ukuthi ukuze sikwazi phela ukulinganisa ukuthi uhulumeni onakekelayo umbona ngokuthi ubaphatha kanjani abantu abadala bakule ndawo.
We all know too well ukuthi older persons in this country have made and continue to make an invaluable contribution to all aspects of South African life.
Futhi sizovumelana noma nizovumelana nami ukuthi abantu abadala babe negalelo elikhulu lapha eNingizimu Afrika.
This calls for a concerted effort from all sectors of society in comprehensively addressing the needs of older persons.
Lokhu ke kubangela ukuthi zonke izigaba zomphakathi kufanele manje zihlangane zibambisane phela ekutheni zibukelele idingo zabantu abadala.
Lokhu kuhlangana kwanamhlanje ke kuyasikhumbuza futhi kuyasikhombisa ukuthi kubaluleke kangakanani ukuthi kuhlalwe kuxoxwe nabantu abadala.
Today's gathering reminds us of the importance of always having discussions with the elderly people.
Njengabantu esekuyibona ababonakala bebhekene nosizi lonke lwemndeni ehlwempu okuneyintandane nezinga lobupha liphezulu kangaka.
As they're the ones who are facing a problem of poor families, of families who are orphaned, of children who are unemployed, and also the socio-economic status of the country.
They also face the negative perceptions about aging.
Babukene ke nanento embi yokubukwa noma yokubuka ukuguga njengento embi.
And they continue to be victimized by merciless criminals.
Futhi ke bahlukunyezwa yigebengu ezinganazwelo.
As a country, we can never boast to be free while senior citizens of our country who brought this freedom continue to suffer and do not enjoy all the rights enshrined in our constitution.
Manje thina njengezwe angeke sizigqaje uma ngabe thina abantu abadala bethu okuyibona abakhulula lezwe bona amalungelo abo angahlonishwa.
The reality in most of our communities is that older persons continue to bear the burden of providing care and support to an increasing number of orphans and vulnerable children.
Iqiniso ke ukuthi abantu abadala bona balokhu banomthwalo ukuthi kufanele bondle ke lezizukulwane zabo nalabantwana esekuyintandane.
I'm also calling to our communities to report those backyard old age homes which exploit older persons.
Bengicela ukuthi ke kubikwe phela nalama old age homes aloku ahlukumeza abantu abadala
by taking their grants while not giving them the care they deserve.
ngokuthatha ke lama grant wabo le mali abayiholayo kodwa bangabaniki izinsiza ezifanele.
We hope that today's event will pave a way to tackle adult and older persons' poverty.
Siyathemba ukuthi umhlangano namhlanje uzozama ukuthi ke uzama ukubukana nokuthi ungasilungisa kanjani lesimo sokuhlupheka nendlala ehlasele abantu abadala.
And the adoption of this bill into law will put measures in place that will ensure that no older person in our country should go to bed hungry.
Manje siyathemba ukuthi uma lo mthetho sivinyo usuphasiswa uba umthetho lo mthetho yokwenza isiqiniseko sokuthi akekho umuntu omdala ozolala angadlile kulezwe lethu.
Allow me to also express my deepest gratitude to all people who contribute to the improvement of the lives of older persons.
Ngivumeleni ke futhi ukuthi ngibonge bonke labo abanegalelo okwenzeni impilo zabantu abadala zibe ngcono.
It is my firm belief that working together we can ensure that older persons have better, enriching and fulfilling lives.
Ngiyakholwa ke ukuthi uma sibambisene sizokwenza ukuthi abantu abadala baphile impilo emnandi.
Sithokoza kakhulu ke mphathi lihlelo ukuba usiphelele ithuba nokuthi ke njoba sengike ngasho iParliament lethu lize lizohlala eMlalazi.
We are grateful, Chairperson, as I've indicated earlier, that we appreciate the fact that Parliament decided to come to Umlalazi.
Ngalawo mazwi siyanemukela nonke ngaphansi kwalomkhandlu waseMlalazi and siyethemba ukuthi usuku lwethu luzohamba kahle.
With those words, we welcome you all and we believe that this day will be spent fruitfully. Thank you very much.
Enkosi kakhulu Sekela Sodolophu.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor.
Siva kamnandi xa sinabantu bendawo so that sibonakale ubasamkelekile.
We feel welcomed when we have people who welcome us.
Mr. Masikane from the Premier's office, kuthiwa uyacelwa phaa ngaphandle. Khange siyazi into yobana sinayo ne-Premier's office apha phakathi kwethu. Ukhona okanye uphumile? Uyafunwa phandle uMr. Masakane from the Premier's office.
Mr. Masakane, from the Premier's office, you are requested outside.
Ngoku siyehlela ngezantsi samkelekile eshukushukuma.
We've been welcomed ke lapha eMlalazi.
Umlalazi ishukushukuma. Tolk.
We've been welcomed here at Shukushukuma.
Masithathe ezi zitulo zilapha embindini sihlalisa abantu abadala naba bamileyo pha sishiye nje zibe mbini apho okanye zibe ntathu nanzi izitulo the chairs.
Let us take these chairs in the middle and give them to the elderly people who are standing. We can just leave 2 or 3.
Sihlalisa abantu phaya. Deputy Mayor ngeke kuhle uba besise town hall ndiqinisekile uba inkudlwana kunale ndawo kakhulu ne hayi nisiqhathile kodwa akakhonto ngoku sizawuqhuba kodwa mabahlale phansi abantu bethuna nazi izitulo just leave 2 or 3 ezinye maziye phaa ngemva.
Ungashiya nje ezimbili noma ezintathu, but the rest should go to the people at the back.
Sehlela ngezantsi ke ngoku
We are
mhlawumbi makhe
moving on.
ndityhile abantu abadala sitheni silapha andithi emingcwabeni kuye kuthiwe khabachazele nditheni ndilele kule ndawo.
This is the time for me to explain our reason of coming here. Isn't it when we go to funerals? You know, people usually say, why I am in this place.
Ngelinye ixesha xa siye emicimbini okanye emisebenzini Nkosi yam andithi kuyatshiwo kuthiwa silapha ngani.
Sometimes, Nkosi, when we go to other gatherings, we are given the reason for being there.
You can't eat inyama yentongazi ukuthi lemvu okanye lembuzi okanye lenkomo ilele apha ngabuni.
Angeke kuzidle inyama yembuzi noma yemvu noma yenkomo ungazi ukuthi ihlatshelweni.
Silapha si portfolio committee yakwa social development ukuzova izimvo zenu nifakelele okusalele kwihlomelo mthetho esizawuza naso esizawuthwa thaca apha lelinye lelungu le committee yethu.
We are here as the Portfolio Committee of Social Development to hear your views now,
And add
to hear your views and whereby you have to add your contributions. So that now one of our members here will come and explain what the bill says.
ngoko ke nifanele nilunge ukuba usuka kwiqembu lakho okanye kwi-center yakho i-old age center okanye usuka kumbutho othile uthunyiwe uba uzowubeka izimvo ngoba amaphepha la niwaphetheyo niwanikiweyo athetha kanye ngezi zihlomelo mthetho siza nazo ngaphambili kuni.
Now you have to be ready because the papers that you've been given, and if you are from a particular organization, you have to be ready then to come and give us. These papers that you've been given are talking about the very same bill that we are about to discuss.
Kufuneka ke ngoku nisicebise uba songezelele ntoni kwile mthetho sihlomelo size nawo kodwa ningayishiyi into echazayo uba niyaxhasa lo mthetho sihlomelo siza nawo okanye niyawuxhasa. You second, do you support okanye you don't support?
You have to advise us as to whether you support this bill or you do not support it.
Fanele kodwa uqale utsho ukuthi ungubani uphuma kuphi and then ke ngoku utsho into emasiyifakelele.
Okokuqala ke kufanele ukwenze, you need to tell us as to who you are, where you come from, and then you make your input.
Xa ithe kanti ungumntu osisiqhuzu ongakhoni ukuthetha unelungelo lokuthi ungenise into ebhaliweyo le uyiphathisiweyo uyise phaa kulaa tafile sithi xa siyibiza nayo yi-written submission.
If you have something written, which is a written submission, you are allowed to bring it and submit it to the table.
And maybe we are not talkative at times.
Ngesinye isikhathi ke mhlambe awuphiwanga ukukhuluma. Wena uphiwe ukubhala, bhala ke phansi umikise lapha etafuleni.
Ngoku sizawunikela umhlonipheki wethu umama uMedi Magdalene Peterse athi thaca uba ithini lento size ngayo, then ke ngoku nizowukhona ke ngokungena niphefumle. Sizawunika ke izandla, awuzuve luze nje apha, kodwa sizawunika abantu abaphakamisileyo abafuna ukuthetha.
Now we are going to take this opportunity and give it to Honorable Magdalene, who is going to give us just a brief summary of the bill. From there, we will then give you the opportunity to make your inputs by raising hands.
Thank you, Chair. The Deputy Mayor made most of the comments that I'm going to speak about now.
Ngiyabonga sihlalo. Iphini ke likasadolobha selikhulume kabanzi ngaloku engizokusho manje.
This bill seeks to amend the Older Persons Act, number 13 of 2006.
Lo mthetho sivinyo ke uzama ukuchibiyela umthetho wabantu abadala waka 2006 Act number 13.
Yes. The reason why we are coming to you is we want to get your inputs to address its implementation challenges. We've got
Isizathu ke sibangela
challenges.
ukuthi size la ukuthi thina sifuna ukuthi ke silungise phela indlela ongasebenza ngayo lo mthetho, ingakho ke size la kini.
This bill seeks to insert new definitions
Manje ke lo mthetho sivinyo uzama ukuthi ufake izincazelo ezintsha
and new provisions relating to the monitoring and evaluation of all services to the old people.
njengoba ke lo mthetho uma kwenzeka uzosebenza kufanele kube khona lokho esikubiza ukuthi monitoring and evaluation. Manje ke kufanele lo mthetho ozovinyo ube naso leso sigaba esikhuluma ukuthi uma ngabe kwenziwa umsebenzi kufanele uqhashwe lo msebenzi.
It also makes provision for the removal of older persons to temporary safe care.
Futhi ke lo mthetho ozovinyo wenzela ukuthi uma ngabe umuntu omdala kuyenzeka la khona akahlalanga kahle noma uyahlukunyezwa, kufanele ke kubonwe ukuthi uyasuswa kuleyo ndawo ayobekwa endaweni ephephile.
So that this removal can be done without a court order, to tighten up the existing implementation and compliance measures and to effect some textual amendments for greater clarity, so that you can understand.
Okunye ke ekubangela lokho ukuthi nizokhumbula ukuthi umthetho lo omdala bowuthi uma ngabe umuntu omdala asuswe endaweni kufanele kube nemvume ebhalwayo. Manje ke lo mthetho ozovinyo uthi ayisuswe leyo ncwadi enkantolo ethi umuntu omdala angasuswa lapho, kuzanywa ukuthi kuchibiyelwe lokho. Futhi ke lo mthetho ozovinyo ubuka ukuthi ke yonke into kufanele icace ngokusobala izwakale uma ngabe umuntu awufunda lo mthetho.
This bill seeks to address the gaps that were identified in the Older Persons Act and its implementation.
Lo mthetho ke sivivinyo ubonile ukuthi kukhona izikhala ezikhona kulo mthetho omdala. Manje ke lo mthetho ozivinyo uzama ukuthi uvale lezo zikhala noma lawo ma gaps akhona lapho ukuze phela uzokwazi ukuthi usebenze kalula.
It thus seeks to it thus seeks to address the following challenges.
Izama ke futhi ukuthi ilungise nazi inselele ezilandelayo.
The first one is the lack of coordination between governments to deliver services for older people, like the health, like the police, like the home affairs, all those things.
Manje lo mthethosivivinyo ke uzama ukuthi ulungise futhi ukuthi njoba sikhulumile ukuthi kukhona ikhala bezikhona kulo mthetho omdala. Lo mthethosivivinyo wenza ukuthi kube khona phela ukubambisana manje eminyangweni kahulumeni, umnyango lo wezenhlalakahle awubambisane newamaphoyisa, awubambisane nomnyango wezobulungiswa, awubambisane nomnyango we-home affairs njalo njalo.
The next one is the non-inclusion in the Act of the valuable role older persons play in their families in terms of passing knowledge and wisdom to younger generations.
Ngesinye isikhathi ke nizokhumbula ukuthi abantu abadala abanye abantu abazi ukuthi bayigugu kanjani, banolwazi. Ngakho ke lo lwazi enalo kufanele lugcineke, kodwa sizoligcina kanjani na? Ayikho ke indaba ukuthi mina ngeke ngizwe ngogogo, angeke ngizwe ngomkhulu. Kufanele kwaziwe kube semthethweni ukuthi ke ugogo uyakwazi ukuthi afundise abazukulu bakhe, kuvumeleke kube semthethweni kungathiwa hayi ufundisa abantwana bami into engayifuni.
Then we have the lack of legal provision for older persons to be capacitated on non-communicable diseases.
Futhi ke okunye okwenziwa yilo mthetho ukuthi ke abantu abadala phela kufanele bafundiswe nangalezifo ezithathelanayo bazazi.
And there's also a lack of proper monitoring and registration of community-based care services and residential facilities.
Nale indawo ke abantu abadala esibathumela kuzo kufanele zibhaliswe ngokusemthethweni. Esikhathini esiningi abantu abadala bahlala endaweni uthola ukuthi uma kuvela into ethize uhulumeni akazi ukuthi lo muntu ushonele lapha ya le ndawo leyo ayibhaliswanga. Manje ke kwenzela ukuthi le ndawo la kumikiswa khona abogogo fanele zibhaliswe ngokomthetho.
I think this will also include the thing that old age homes are taking all the money and not giving the older persons something in their pockets.
Lokhu ke futhi kuzofaka phakathi ngisho nale esiyikhalela kakhulu ukuthi le indawo la abogogo bamikiswa khona esithi ama old age home kukhona lezi ezithatha imali ugogo singamshiyi ngisho nanemali yeswidi nje. Manje ke kuzanywa ukuthi kulungiswe yonke lento ukuthi phela nabogogo noma imali niyithatha kodwa bashiyeleni okuncane.
The lack of legal provision for training of caregivers providing frail care services.
Nokuthi ke phela kukhona labantu abahamba banakekela abogogo. Lo mthetho uzama ukuthi ke nabo ababhaliswe ngokusemthethweni baziwe ukuthi kukhona abantu abanakekela abogogo basebenza ngabo ababhaliseke.
Also the lack of legal provision for the removal of older persons to temporary safe care, resulting in older persons continuing staying with the abusers in cases where they have no alternative accommodation.
Ngesinye isikhathi ke uyayithola ukuthi umuntu omdala uhleli la ahleli khona uhlukunyezwa umzukulu. Ngaleyo ndlela ugogo akakwazi ukuthi uzoyiswaphi. Kodwa manje lo mthetho into ezama ukulungisa ukuthi lo ohlukumezayo fanele kususwe yena kuyekwe ugogo endaweni yakhe.
Gaps in bringing the alleged abuser before a magistrate as result cases of abuse of older persons are always thrown out of court due to lack of evidence. Older people don't want when my grandchild abuses me, I am always covering up for
Enye-
not going to court with them.
Enye ke inkinga ebakhona uthola ukuthi abogogo ngenxa yothando abanalo ngabazukulu babo. Ugogo uma ngabe umntwana uyamhlukumeza uma kuthiwa gogo hamba obika ugogo akafuni ukuvumela icala. Noma icala livuliwe ugogo masekuthiwa phela gogo khuluma iqiniso ukuthi umntwana ukwenzani ugogo ubufakazi abusaveli. Manje ke lo mthetho lo uzama ukuthi ulungise ukuthi phela ugogo akabuveze ubufakazi ukuze lo mzukulu umthetho uzobukana naye.
Lack of a legal definition of physical abuse, older persons are not protected from certain unlawful activities that constitute physical abuse.
Okunye ke ukuzanywa ukuchazwa ilo mthetho sivinyo iloku okuthiwa i-physical abuse. Abogogo bayahlukumezeka ke esikhathini esiningi uthola ukuthi labazukulu bagcine bababeka nesandla. I-physical abuse ke le manje ke lo mthetho uzama ukuthi ulungise konke lokho ukuthi ke uma kufikwa lapha nezinkantolo kutholakala ukuthi umzukulu ukabusile abekwe icala.
Gaps in terms of empowering a clerk of the court or registrar to provide the minister with the details of an offender, conviction, and sentence for the purposes of adding such information to the register upon conviction and sentence.
Manje ke lo mthetho kunye okwenzayo uzama ukuthi unikeze ke ungqongqosha amandla ukuthi ke lesigila mkhuba esumzukulu wakho esekabuzayo sithi masitholakala esinecala kufanele sibhalwe phansi ku register ahlala aziwa ukuthi lo muntu lo umhlukumezi.
The key amendments to this bill that we talked about now is to include the strengthening, the protection and prevention of abuse of older persons, strengthening of coordination mechanisms between government departments, elimination of harmful traditional practices, including witchcraft accusations against older persons.
Manje ke ukubalekile kakhulu kulomthetho ukuzama ukuthi ke uvikele abantu abadala ngayo yonke indlela. Yiloko kubalekile kakhulu. Okunye ke futhi okwenziwa yilomthetho, lo mthetho uzama ukuthi siyazi ukuthi abantu abadala ngesinye isikhathi baye bathiwe ngoba sebanokuphazamiseka engqondweni. Kuthiwe sebayathakatha. Manje uthola ukuthi ke lo mzukulu noma lo gogo ngenxa ukuthi ke uphazamisekile ngokwengqondo utholakala sekahamba endaweni ethize kusebusuku bathi simthole la azothakatha. Lo gogo kufanele avikeleke angashaywa angahlukunyezwa avikele ngaso sonke isikhathi.
This amendment also makes provision for recognizing the responsibilities of older persons in passing intergenerational knowledge and wisdom, enabling the Minister of Social Development in consultation with members of the provincial executive to make information available and counseling on non-communicable diseases.
Yeah, lo mthetho sivinyo kunye ozama ukwenza ukuthi njoba bese sishile eqaleni ukuthi phela abantu abadala banolwazi okufanele balidlulisele kubazukulu. Manje ke lokhu into ekufanele nayo ibe semthethweni ukuthi ungqongqoshe abone ukuthi labantu abadala kukhona indlela abancedwa ngayo nokuthi leminyango kahulumeni isebenzisane ukuze phela abantu abadala ngaso sonke isikhathi bahlale bahlonishwa baphatheke kahle.
I think we covered a lot of things, and because we said if people are being maltreated, abused, neglected by a caregiver or a family member as a person who needs of who are in need of care and protection, extension of the definition, this definition of physical abuse, because all of those things are physical abuse. And it's now included in this bill so that all these unlawful things can be looked at and older persons can have a better life. Thank you.
Ngicabanga ukuthi ke cishe konke sesikushilo okubalekile lana uzama ukuthi ke lo mthetho sivinyo kulungise ubuka ukuthi ke kwamanye amakhaya uzothi uyafika uthola ukuthi ugogo sele yedwa akunamuntu ombhekile lokho ke kuthiwa neglect. So kufanele ke umuntu omdala kube khona umuntu ombhekelelayo amikise endaweni la kuphephe khona. Zonke lezo zinto esibona ukuthi zihlukumeza abantu abadala lo mthetho uzama ke ukuthi uzilungise lezo zinto. Siyabonga.
Thank you.
Nkosi Honorable Peterson, I hope sive kakuhle uba uthini ngoko ke silungele ngoku ukongezelela izinto that esicinga uba sizishiye ngemuva kulomthetho sihlomelo njengoba benicacisela uba xa kaloku iminyaka ihamba izinto ziyatshintsha.
Thank you very much, Honorable Peterson. I hope you have heard everything that was said. Now I believe that you also heard that as time goes by, things change.
Yilonto ke kubalulekile into basimane sihlomla sichekisha siamenda sicima sisongeza izinto ezisale ngemuva.
That is why, therefore, it is important for us to make changes. When we look into our laws, we have to amend them, add, subtract whatever, as and when we benefit from these laws.
Sizawuqala ke ngoku ukuphakamisa izandla, zawuthatha ezihlanu kuphela kuqala, zawuqala ngapha ngasemnyango, abantu abafuna ukwenza izangezelelo, abafuna sizifake kulo mthetho sihlomelo. Ndicela izandla ngapha ya, uzawuza ngaphambili apha kule ndawo sihleli kuyona.
We are now starting requesting for your inputs. We are now going to start from this side next to the door. We are requesting 5 hands. Those people should come and make their inputs here.
Ukuba ithe kanti into yakho imasikizi and imanyukunyezi awungeyithethi ebala apha, i-social workers zezi zihleli pha and uyabona i-social worker yengingqi yakho ikhona, sizawucela ziphume nangumnyango olapha umuntu aye kuyo i-social worker yakhe ayibambe ngesandla aphume nayo kuba i-social workers fanele zivule indlebe. Ukuba kuthe kanti kukho izinto ngabo sizawunyanzeleka simbize o-social worker eze ngaphambili asixelele uba uza kwenza ntoni ngale ngxaki yakho ngokuba uyiripota. And also inyanzelekile into ayinyanzelekanga ubuze ngaphambili kodwa ungaphuma naye umchwethe and then yena uzawuza ne-report up. So funeka babeze indlebe bangayaluzeli bahle benyuka ngoku bamamele banothe ingxaki zabantu bajonge nento yoba njengomuntu ezawuzazisa nje busuka kuphi uzawukhona u-social worker ukwenza i-follow up xa sifuna ingxela okanye ingxelo yokuba kwenziwe ntoni ngengxaki kamama ubani bani okanye utata ubani bani osuka kwiwadi ethile owayeyiripotile ngale mini ye-31 yi-30 okanye yi-31 kaJulayi, inyanga ebaluleke kakhulu inyanga katata uMandela osifundisile into yoba masihlale etafileni izinto zethu sizithithaka nqa sizibeke ngobunjalo bazo.
Now, if you have something which you feel that is too personal and very sensitive, you may just indicate that you need to see a social worker. We've got social workers there. There are things that some people wouldn't like the entire community to hear, but the social workers will be there, they will assist you, and we are requesting the social workers to listen very carefully because some other time we'll ask them to come and tell us as to what did you do or how did you handle the case of that elderly person. So let us try by all means to, be free, say whatever, and let us not forget that today, as it is the 31st of July, this is a very important month whereby our honorable leader Nelson Mandela taught us that we need to sit down and negotiate. This is a very important month for all of us.
Right. Isandla singapha kasincedise tata iza ngaphambili tata wam ngowokuqala number 1 esilandela isandla kwela cala singene up size kule row sikhona isandla ngapha
Sikhona la, mama.
iza mama nasi isitulo mama sikhona esinye isandla ngapha nasiya kumama pha mama onxibe izipectacles away iza mama number 3 sikhona esinye isandla iza tata number 4 yes I'll ask for 5 Is that tata 4? This is number 5. Nasi situlo kabu tata is. Kalukhuluma no so wathi ungwadi bani kaloku
Ngihlala emqashweni ngani kuse ward 13 lapha enqasha
13 asiva kaloku thetha uya uvele eTVini ngokuthetha uvakale
ngihlala emqashweni owakhe eward 13
ward 13 social worker wakwa ward 13 emqasheni uphi social worker wakwa ward 13 emqasheni social worker ndifuna social worker wakwa ward 13
Social worker from Ward 13 emqashweni.
akakho Phew. Social
Social
worker
worker?
waka ward 13
Social worker from Ward 13 emqashweni.
nangu mama ucela ubona yena yebethuni sincame siqale ngonincoma ngoku akakho social worker waka ward 13 uye kuphi i-colleagues zakhe mazimfonele uyafuneka apha aze akhawuleza sheshe nizixele i-social workers zenu yini amasabeko elangeni namhlanje all right 1 2 3 4 kushota 1 izama ngokugqibela okwalomzuzu kwelicala lingapha mama umtholile u-social worker awukakamtholi yeah. That's not the social worker
Sihlalo mina ngihlala kwaKhoza
masizole endlini
ngihlala kwaKhoza ewo 28 ngicela social worker
ward 28 social worker kwaKhoza uphi aphakamise izandla simbone nangu ya siyabonga mama Nkosi makhulu mambo ubheka ngaphi ngoku uyaphi
Bekithi ngikhonjiwe angazi.
all right
Phakamisile.
2 4 ungu5 ke ungabikho omunye emva kwakho ke ngoba izitulo ziphelile masizole endlini sike
Sicela ke
kakuwishe
sehlisa umsindo.
sinike utata ke eze ngaphambili
Baba ungeza ngaphambili ukhulume.
la nhlanganiso ipha ekoneni pha social workers Excuse me, social workers kula kona sicela inhlanganiso ibe ngaphandle.
Let me thank you for the opportunity. Oh.
Angibonge ukuthola ithuba.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Lo khulumayo uGabriel Mshezi.
Speaking is Mr. Gabriel M. Shezi.
Ngiqhamuka eMhlathuze
Aye.
eRichards Bay.
I come from Umlalazi in Richards Bay.
Ngizokhuluma ngaphansi kwenhlangano yogogo uvuka ucabange.
I am here to speak for the organization of elderly people called Vuga Utabange.
Ngithokoza kakhulu ukuthola ithuba elidala uhulumeni ukuthi sikwazi ukuzoyikhulumela nohulumeni uqobo.
I'm very grateful for the opportunity that has been given to us by our government to come and speak to the government directly.
Ithuba engilithola lekuyiveza kuhulumeni siyinhlangano yogogo.
This opportunity that we are getting is an opportunity to show ourselves as an organization of elderly people.
Inhlangano yogogo esiqhamuka kuyona siyogogo nomkhulu abangu 47.
The organization that I come from represents 47 elderly people.
Sizocela kuhulumeni ukuthi uhulumeni asinike uxhaso ngoba siwogogo nomkhulu abangaxhasiwe.
We are here to request support and assistance from the government because we are an organization for the elderly that does not have any assistance.
Singogogo abangaxhasiwe sisebenza inyanga nenyanga ukuhlangana kwethu olesine nolesihlanu.
As we are an organization that is not being supported in any way, we work, we come together every Friday.
Okubi kuthina kogogo okubuhlungu ukuthi uma sisuka la sihlangana khona kade sijima.
What is painful to us as elderly people is that when we had come together to exercise as elderly people,
Asikwazi ukuthola nje even iparish lokuthi sesule umlomo.
we do not get anything that we can actually eat.
Ilokhu impela ukusukumise phansi ukuthi sizofika ngaphansi kuhulumeni sizoyicelela sigoqe isiqoko impela sithi hulumeni sisizeni nisinikeze okudinga ukuthi nisinikeze kona.
That is what has actually inspired us to come right in front of you to plead with you to assist us with that.
Indawo esisebenzela kuyona sisebenzela phansi kwesihlahla.
The area or the place that we actually work at is just under a tree.
Uma sibambe imhlangano njena asinakho ishelter yokuthi noma ngabe kuthiwa liyana sifuna ukubamba imhlangano sihlala la phansi kwalesihlahla.
Even if it's raining, we do not have a shelter. If we are having meetings, even if it was to rain, we would still have to sit under that tree.
Sicela kakhulu uhulumeni ukuthi asixhase.
We are really requesting support from our government.
Siyinhlangano thina enawonke amaphepha esesawenza uvuka ucabange kodwa nje into ezingese office asinalo.
We are an organization that has all the necessary documentation, but unfortunately we do not even have an office.
Ilokho kuhulumeni esicelayo bafethu sibonga kakhulu.
That is what we would request from our government, and we thank you very much.
Ngiyabonga.
Uyaxhasa for uyaxhasa tatu
Uyawuxhasa noma ke awuwexhasi lo mthethosivivinyo baba?
Ngiyuxhasa kakhulu umthethosivivinyo
Aye.
osilethele uhulumeni nezinkulumo nje enisilethele zona Zimnandi ixolisa mathe.
I
Uthina bogogo.
support this bill very much. Even the discussions that you have brought to us are very good to us as the elderly people.
Yabo.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sanibona,
Greetings.
akhulumayo uNomalanga wakwamkhize,
Speaking is Nomalanga Mkize
eWard 10 eMaqeleni.
from Ward 10 Emaqeleni,
Khona la eMlalazi.
right here at Umlalazi.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu ukuthola ithuba njengaleli.
I'm very thankful for having gotten such an opportunity.
Ngibonga nezikhulu zami ezisukume phansi zizezela mina ukuthi ngizozisho lokho engakuthandiyo nengikuthandayo.
I'm also grateful for our leadership that has come all the way to us so that we can state what we like or what we do not like.
Oqala angithokozile
Firstly, I'm really not happy
ngokuthi ngibhale la ngapha igama lami bese ngishiya iyade elikhulu ngizolifaka ngizogcizela futhi ngegama ekugcineni. Ebeni angazi ukuthi la kuzofakwa into ethini phakathi.
that I had to write my name and then there was a gap, a very big gap, whereas I don't understand what would be written in that gap that was left in the middle.
Ngiyakubonga okwenziwa uhulumeni ekhasi namhlanje ukuthi uyasizwela ngikwazi nokuthumela abantu beze la.
I'm very grateful that our government feels for us in that they are even able to send people to come to us.
Ukhombisa ukusizwela thina sesibadala engasenamandla ungena ema-office athile nathile.
This shows that the government cares for us as the elderly people who are no longer able to go to these offices.
Ukhombisa ukuzwelana nabantu abadala abangasenamandla nabangafundile nabangazi ama-office ukubika usizi
It
lwakhe.
also shows that the government cares for elderly people who are uneducated, who are also frail, who also cannot be able to go to these offices because they might not know where they are.
Sicelo sami ke
My request is
abazukulu bami abangayisweli ikole azandiswe izikole.
my grandchildren should not have a problem of finding schools. We need to increase the number of schools.
Bangahambi indawo ende abantwana abancane besayi primary.
Young children who are still attending primary school should not walk long distances.
Ngiyacela ukuthi ngabibikho imithetho ephikisana nesiko lethu abantu abamnyama ukuthi ingane ifundiswe ngocansi isencane.
I would also request that there should be no laws that are against our own customs as black people, that children should be taught about sex at a young age.
Ngiyacela ukuthi sibopho somthetho sithi okhipha ingane yakhe esikoleni uzoboshwa.
I would also request that there should be a law that states that if somebody removes their child from school, they would be arrested.
Mina sengimdala sengiyahamba.
I am already old and I'm approaching the end of my life.
Sengikhulekela abazukulu bami abazohamba indawo ende ikole zona ezincane seyiphelile.
I'm speaking on behalf of my grandchildren who would have to go walk for long distances because there's a scarcity of schools.
Umthetho ophoqayo ophoqa mina ukuthi ngenze into ethandwa yiwo mina ngawuthandi angiwemukeli.
I do not accept a law that forces me to do what it says I must do, whereas I do not want to do what the law says.
Ngiyathemba makhona okuvukayo ngizogcizelela kuma social worker incwadi ihambe yokuthi impela nalokho angiwemukeli.
If there is something else, I will emphasize at the social workers, but I will state that I do not accept such laws.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you.
Ngibingelela itafula phambili ngiyanibingelela nonke.
I would like to greet the leadership at the front
phinde ngizobingelela umphakathi wonke okhona nabaholi ngokuhlukana kwabo.
and also greet the community as well as the leaders who are present with us.
Lo nomphambo wenu uMamdulu Nontokozo osuka eMfolozi ku Ward 6.
Standing in front of you is Nontokozo Ntuli from Mfolozi, Ward 6.
Siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi uhulumeni usikhathalele njengabantu abadala.
We are very thankful that the government cares for us as elderly people.
Kodwa ngisabonga nje ngizocela ukuthi kuyasikhalisa ukuthi uma uhulumeni esiqoqela ndawonye asihambise ukhalo olungangalolu.
But whilst I'm thanking the government for coming to us, I would also like to state that when the government calls us together, they sort of make us travel long distances.
Kungani engahambela amawadi ngamawadi?
Why do they not go from ward to ward?
Okunye engikubongayo kuhulumeni umthetho sisekelo noma ngingawufundanga lo abawucibiyelayo.
Another thing that I'm thankful for to the government is the bill, even though that I did not read it.
Angiwufundanga wonke ngiwhighlightile nje.
I did not read all of it, I just skimmed through it.
Kodwa wona uzwakala umuhle.
But it sounds good.
Engikhalayo ke kuwo ngifisa ukwazi ukuthi nababona ngani ukuthi umuntu omdala ngoba esewu60 kuphela.
What I have a complaint about in this bill is how did they come to the conclusion that an elderly person is a person who is actually only 60 years old?
Bengisacela mina ngokwami nje owami umbono.
I would request as myself personally, my view would be
Ngekuqale nje ku 55 years that ke sithi kuyibhudluza le mali yempesheni.
it should start at 55 years. We should also have access to the pension grant money.
Ngoba phela kuyafiwa niyabona ukuthi kufiwa kanjani.
Because people are dying, you can see how people are dying.
Cabanga ukuthi makungathi 55 that singahamba sesiyidlile.
I think if it were to be lowered to 55, we would have benefited by the time we die.
Okunye futhi engikhala ngakho osabekile omunye umfowethu osuka la.
The second thing that I have a complaint about, the gentleman that was here spoke about it,
Mayelana nabantu abadala.
about elderly people.
Uma behlangene bejima.
When they come together to exercise,
Sengathi abanakekeleki ngendlela efanele abatholi ukudla okuya ngasethunjini emawadini.
it's like they don't get proper care. They also don't get food at their wards.
Abatholi namateki ke nje abazowagqoka phela kunameva mabedlala la.
They don't even get techies that they can use because there are thorns in the places that they play on.
Siyabhala la noma sibhala kuma ward committee sibhale sifake icelo kodwa impendulo ayibuyi ke kuhulumeni.
We would write all of these things in the ward committees. We would make requests, but we never get any responses from our government.
Ngiyafisa ukuthi njoba sihlangene lapha namhlanje kungabi ukuthi sizochitha nje icala ocelwa abahlali kwenzeke konke.
I would wish that as we are here today, this is not just a tick box exercise. What the community is requesting should actually be implemented.
Kodwa kubalekile nje ngikumelela ngicela nje nisizwele masithi 55 nje sithole kwethu.
But what is more important is that we should say at 55, we should receive what is due to us.
Ngiyathokoza.
Thank you.
Yebo, okay. Ngiyanibingelela baphathi nebandla.
Greetings to the honorable members
Nebandla lonke.
and the entire house.
Yebo. Ezinye izinto eshiwo yilabo sebedlulile angathi iqiniso zona.
Some of the things that have been said by the speakers before me sounds truthful,
Kodwa ke mina ngize ngalokhu.
but mine is about this.
Umthetho sisekelo lo ngiyawusupporta kakhulu.
I support the bill very much,
Kodwa kuneyintwanyana ezincane engithi azingavelanga la obekufanele ukuthi zivele.
But there are things that are not included in the bill, which I think they are supposed to be included.
Yeah, we government iyaveza abantu ukuthi sinominate abantu abangase basigada bazosigada emakhaya makungekho umuntu.
The government proposed that we should have people who are going to guard us when there's no one.
Bese kuba nengane siye siyinominate ukuthi sisiholele imali.
We also have children that we've nominated to go and collect our pension money.
Akuvelanga ke lapho ukuthi uma sebeyicollectile imali sebeyidlela bona kufanele senze njani thina.
There's something which was not included regarding that whenever they've collected the money, they must bring it to us or it must be with them.
Benginesifiso sokuthi kubhekelelwe nanokuthi leyo mali mase iholilwe ilandeleka ngendlela yini noma ugogo ithola ngokuphelele yini.
I just want to emphasize the fact that if that money has been received, does it go to the relevant person?
Bekuyilokho ke mphathi sihlalo.
That was just my suggestion, Chairperson.
Ngiyabonga. Ngiyabonga.
Yeah.
Igama lami ngu-BA Mbanjwa.
I am B.A. Mbanjwa
Ngiphuma ku Ward 14
from Ward 14,
Esikhaleni eDube Village.
from Eskaleni at Dube Village.
Ngiphuma kuyiThemba Lethu Launchette Club.
I am from Tembaletu Lunch on Club.
Yeah.
Yes.
Khasa okanye uyachasa.
Ngiqale ngakho ma ukuthi
I started with
Yeah,
that by
support.
saying that I
Siyabonga.
support the bill.
Siyabonga Nkosi.
ngiyabonga.
Ngiyabingelela
Greetings to everyone.
abaholi bami
My leadership,
lo khulumayo uOctavia Shange
speaking is Octavia Shange
uWard 4 eMadlazini.
from Ward 4 in Mandlazini.
Hayi ngiyabu supporta umthetho sisekelo obekiwe ngaphansi kwahulumeni wethu.
I do support the bill.
Ngusupporta nje nginekhalana kodwa uhulumeni wethu esimthandako ukuthi phela ngoba uhulumeni wabantu.
Even though I support the bill, but I have some concerns because this is our government.
Ufanele asicabangele ngoba uyazazi inhlupheko zethu.
Our government should take us into consideration because he knows our plights.
Emakhaya la mina nginabazukulu abawu18. Labazukulu abawu18
I've got 18 grandchildren.
abasebenzi abazali babo.
Their parents are unemployed.
Ngeke ngibalahle ndawo.
I'm not going to throw them anywhere.
And le mali esithola ngeke siyithola uhulumeni ngoba siyabona ukuthi le mali kahulumeni amntando yakho ukuthi ngo2000 siyanelisa labazukulu ubathengele ezikoleni bafuna amamali yokuphatha yonke into ibheke wena.
I can see that with the 2,000 rands that I'm earning, it's not enough. So one has to divide this money for different items that are needed at school for these grandchildren.
Bengicela uhulumeni ukuthi angalaleli abantu abaphikisayo abayale bathi imali inkulu ayinkulu manje makuthiwa abayidle bona bangayidla yini sicela afake imali ngendlela yanele.
I request that the government should not listen to people who are saying this money is enough. The government must listen to us when we say this money is not enough and he must increase it.
Ngoba nathi siyathanda ukuhlandwa neclean sibiyelwe sihlale clean size indawo eclean kodwa manje ngokuthi le ndawo veliphelele ukudleni asikwazi ukuthatha ukubeke noma isente lokho uzokubekela indawo ethile uthi ulibekile isente ubonisa ulisebenza ngoba kulanjiwe esiswini.
Even if we want to, extend where we stay, we are unable to do this because the money is very little. We use it to buy food.
Siyacela ukuthi uhulumeni wethu esimthandako
owetando weningi esamvotela namanje sihleli kuyena asicabangele ukuthi asifakele imali nathi sobona sicoshe lokwaseswini kusala okuncane senze okunye idingo ezinye.
We request that our democratic government that we voted for should think for us and add our pension money so that we can be able to do other things.
Yiloko senhlizweni yami ukuthi uhulumeni wazonke idingo zethu ngoba uhulumeni wethu esibamnyama uyazithwele kanjani ke sithi ngendawo ogogo abethu yabathanda ngoba abahluke nathi ngeke uhlale wethu khomolo zendlini.
That's what I'm asking, because our government knows our plight. We love this government, but we cannot stay in our houses when there is no light and when we are hungry.
Yilokho ke ngikucela ukuthi nikubeke uhulumeni ukuthi akasicabangele uyazazi insizwa zethu esibamnyama ukuthi sithwele kanjani silengisile intandane ezondliwa yithina kungentandane singedli imali yentandane kodwa zondliwa yithina kulo-200.
Our government knows our plight. We are even looking after our orphaned children.
Siyabonga mama.
Yeah.
Siyabonga. Fanele kaloku sicabangele nabanye abantu abasafuna ukukhuluma singaphinda-phindi
We must also consider other speakers who still want to speak. We should not repeat what has been said.
Ingxolo ithanda ukwanda apha andazi nokuthi indoba yokuthi siqinene kakhulu.
Umsindo ngathi ke uphezulu kakhulu asazi noma ingenxa yokuthi sigcwele kakhulu yini lapha eholweni.
Masiphinde ke ngokusinika abanye abahlanu abantu.
Let us take again another 5 set of hands.
Hlala phansi niza kubona nobuhleli phansi nizasibona isandla sakho.
You can remain seated. I will see you just uphakamise isandla kuphela.
Sizophinda sibuye ngapha masiqala lapha. Izama.
Sizoza
uze tata 2, uze tata 3, izani ngaphambili baba.
Izani ngapha.
4, 5 siyaphela apha. Sizoqalela pha sibuye size ngapha. Siyahlangabezana kaloku. Sikhulume nje lento singabulisi sesibulisiwe. Singene emxolweni. Mnikeza mama number 1 masizama uzola bethuna.
Siyacela sithi kwehlisa umsindo.
Umama lo uhlele eminyango apha kule ndawo ngicela ashifte kancane sivule lelicango kuyabonakala ukuthi kasike ungena umoya ucrosse. Zama ukutshintsha mama isitulo sakho uzongenwa idraft up. Masilivule lo cango. Kubo mama ngena.
Ungaqala ke ma.
Masizole.
Masihlise nomsindo siyacela.
Mina nguMiriam Chongo ngihlala emqashweni E4 bengacela ukubonana naye councillor ne social worker lase 12.
I am Miriam Chongo. I live at Umqashweni. I would like to see the social worker for Ward 12.
Social worker Ward 12.
Social worker ka Ward 12.
EP social worker ka Ward 12.
Nansi
yama. Bheka ngapha.
Sanibonani nonke.
Greetings to everyone.
Asikisi kancane baba. Kuthiwa kunabo gogo abangaphandle abami ngenyawo la. Masicela abantu abatsha nabantu abancane banikeze izitulo ama social workers aphakame ezitulweni anikeze abagogo bangene ngaphakathi.
There's a report that there are elderly people who are outside and standing. Could we please request that those who are still able to stand and those who are youth could hand over their chairs, please?
Ukhona omunye ofuna ubona social worker angaze angezi la etshweni aye straight ku social worker wakhe.
Is there anybody else who wants to see a social worker so that they don't have to come here and they can go straight to their social worker?
Okay. Iye kubo tata.
Ungaqala ba.
Bengelele osesihlalweni nababonke abaphathisa bakhona
Let me greet the honorable members and all protocol observed.
Wabunene lo ophansi kamasipala kuthiwa umfolozi Ward 14.
I am Mr. Nene, who is under Umfolozi Municipality at Ward 14.
Oqala asibonge ukufika kwenu no lezi vivinye eniza nazo kule billion.
Firstly, let us thank you for coming to us with this bill that you have brought.
Siyakusupporta khona ushintsho entweni ezithile ezibhalwe phansi.
We do support some of the amendments that are written on the bill.
Uma ke sesingena la awundabeni abantu abadala kunenkinga la.
When we dive into the issue of elderly people are facing a number of problems.
Abantu abadala sebethwele kangangokuthi angazi noma mhlawumbe sengagcina engathi uyalimala semqondweni ngenxa yokuthi uthwele.
Elderly people are now so burdened to an extent that one could end up being mentally challenged just because of such burdens.
Uhulumeni useqala abazukulu abano 36 years wabaqala wababeka kumuntu omdala.
The government has taken the grandchildren at the age of 36 years old and classified them as old people.
Bonke laba bantu sebebheke lo muntu omdala ohola lempesheni ngoba
all these people are now dependent on this one elderly person who receives the pension because
sebekhishiwe uba ngabantu abaphilayo la eSouth Africa sebethathwe njengabantu abakhubazekela abadala.
They have been removed as people who live in South Africa. They are now treated as also elderly people.
Laba bantu manje noma ngabe usenengane kodwa usefana nomzukulu kugogo ngoba usenjani usekhishiwe ohlelweni ukuthi angasebenza sokuthiwa no akasena umsebenzi.
These children, even if they have their own children,
uma uthi asilandela ke lesifo esikhande uhulumeni sona iproblem okwenzela abantu abadala bagcina sengathi emqondweni sebeyagula.
if you follow up the issue that was created by the government, it is the main cause which usually ends up making elderly people look like they have lost their minds.
Umuntu omdala usethwele abantu abazukulu okufuna ngabe baqala ukwakha imizi yabondla ingane zabo sondla lo mzukulu omdala uzondle ngisho ingane zakhe.
The elderly person would have to support a grandchild who is supposed to be having their own homes, but they still have to be supported by the elderly person as well as supporting the children of that person.
Uma uyabuka ke le mali ethola lo muntu omdala 10 kg ne rice bag only sokuphelile.
If you look at the amount that is received by this elderly person, it would be rice 10 kg, flour and a braai pack, and that would be it.
Bengifisa ukuthi uhulumeni kulamabhili ahambe wakhanda ukuthi le ayikhandile ucindezela abantu abadala uyayibuka yini.
I would wish that the government looks at the bills that they usually come up with and then look at whether the one that they have created to oppress elderly people, are they even paying any attention to?
Bokuyilesi sifiso sami ukuthi ake nibuke le bill ayiqala uhulumeni wathi umuntu se 36 years akasadingekile ukuthi khona nganyakaza kodwa lo muntu khane eqala ukwakhumuza khane eqala ukufundisa usethwele ubani manje umkhulu nogogo ekhaya.
We would request that you start looking at the issue of the fact that if a person gets to 36 years old, they are removed from everything that is possible for them in terms of employment, and now they end up being a burden for the elderly people at home.
Sengigcina ke kufanele uqonde ukuthi abantu abadala nje bela kusekho ukujabula noma bangathini noma ngazama mhlambe ukupretenda party kwenu phambi kwenu kodwa kusekho ukujabula emakhaya kodwa uhulumeni.
In conclusion, I'd like to tell you that elderly people are not happy. They can try and pretend right in front of you, but there is no happiness for them, and that was created by the government.
Qaphela iParliament ukushaya umthetho ogcina sangathi alisaphili la emhlabeni seliphila lona kwenye indawo ezulwini.
Parliament should be cautious of enacting laws that make it as if the people in Parliament do not live on this very earth, they live somewhere else.
Kodwa la bantu siphila nabo la kulo mhlaba.
But we live with them on this very earth.
kodwa sebecindezele manje sekungathi amehla amnyama yilokho bengifuna ukusho ngiyabonga.
But they are oppressing us. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Baba, so chilo ukuthi uhamba nawo umhlomelo sekto mthetho ofori wenza njani awuhambi nawo. All right.
Oh, into engisho ukali mama kanti bokwenze njani? Hayi, iwave ikusitha amadlebe ngiyabonga.
Hayi nje.
Yanibingelela bazalwane nonke.
Makancane tata.
Yeah.
Sisifuna ukuzwa utata uthini asizwanga. Can you talk for us?
He says you've been obscured by the wave. That is why you can't hear. He started by saying that. The wave that you are wearing.
The weave.
Yes.
Ah, baba, uzohlekisa ngami la eKZN. Yeah. No. Yeah, no. Le weave yam ikahle indlebe izivulile. Njengoba ubona ukuthi nami ngiyayimuva. Lezi ndlebe zizwe kahle. Mara kaloku ngiyathetha ndishilo kwasekuqala. So sometimes language iyasibetha because ngize ngabuza na ku neighbor wami akazwanga ngabuza na ngapha ngoba kunomsindo apha eholweni. Mara ngiya understand umsindo wenziwa yindaba yokuthi kunama taxi afikayo njengamanje and izitulo ziyashota. Bazali bami bayazama ukuthi banifaka bendithele lelicango livulwe because kufuneka kube kumoyo oshayayo. If bekunovulwa neliya so that kube khona umoya oshayayo phakathi kwethu. Sizama ukuthi sizole so that sizobava abo baba le weave le ingavali indlebe zami.
Let us try to reduce the noise levels so that we can be able to hear each and every one of us.
All right, sawuphendula baba masesiqedile. Sicaciselane about other things. Esifanele sizicacise kahle. So sizonikeza nje ubaba and then naba abanye abalandelayo baba masinikeze wena. Over to you tata.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Nibingelela nonke bazalwane nezikhulu zonke nabafowethu bonke abakhona izaguga namakhehla.
Greetings to everyone here, the honorable members, my brothers, elderly people.
Umthetho sisekelo angizukusho ukuthi ngiyawuphasisa. Ngoba mase ngithi ngiyawuphasisa kusho ukuthi lokho engizokucela mina kusezongena.
I'm not going to state whether I support the bill or I don't support it because what I'm going to say won't be included in this bill.
Inkulumo yami lapha ithi ke
Uzitsho baba uthunga.
oh nginamagama amabili ngumpisi endlini Dennis Mbatha.
My name is Mpisendlini Dennis Mbata.
Ngisuka eMfolozi ku Ward 6.
I am from Folozi in Ward 6.
Ngilapha ke ngokuzokhala mayelana nama clinic.
My concern is about clinics.
Abantu abadala ema clinic bahlukumezeka ngenxa ukuthi amanesi abaphelele kodwa ungqongqoshe ophethe ama clinic ukhuluma nsuku zaphuma ethi amanesi enele ama clinic hlukumezeka izalukazi ihlale kuzokujekila.
In the clinics, there's staff shortages, but the minister states that there are enough nurses. Now you find that the elderly people get harassed up until sunset.
All right, asikisi kancinci baba, hey iyasihlukumeza le ndaba yokuthi abantu bayangena bayaphuma. Mazize ezinye izitulo first row la ngaphambili. Social workers, you can bring other chairs la. Mara ubaba lo osifake TV uthi they are people abahlabenyuka in front of the camera. So manje bayavela la ekamereni. So masicele kungavela abantu ngapha. Kodwa bahambele ngapha ya. Boma hambani ngapha ya nize ngapha. Makube kwizitulo apha. Siyaxolisa baba kancane. Mamela ungadluli apha ekamereni amba ujikela ngapha beka izitulo la. Enye indawo kuthiwa naya. Ama-taxi ayafika bethu nana yangena skisi ngale ndaba. Sizole bethuna, sizole, sizouva kahle uba kuthiwani. Enkosi, kuwe baba. Singaqhubeka baba.
Okunye ke okudala lokho kulama clinic asebenza 24 hours. Ngesikhathi kuphuma i-day shift laba be-day shift ungena basekusuku uthola amanesi mabili mathatha asebenze kusuku the whole night. Bese kuthi kulo 3
Another issue that I'm concerned about, when nurses change shifts on the clinics that work or operate for 24 hours, you only find that at night there are only 2 or 3 nurses.
bese kufika umuntu olimele ufika umuntu otetayo akusakwazi ukusebenzeka kuze kusa abantu bengasiziwe laba abanye kuze kuliwa nalabo abantu ababili.
Now, if there are emergency cases for maternity reasons and maybe someone is injured, you find that the only people who are now, focused on are these 2 who, the rest, they are not being cared for or looked after.
Bengizocela ukuthi lokho mfowethu ngaphambi ukuthi ngiwuphasise umthetho kungene ukuthi siyakhala ngoba lokho enifike nakho ukuthi siyawuphasisa yini umthetho. Uma ngithi ngiyawuphasisa usho ukuthi kwama kuseze ungena lokho kubaluleke kangaka. Abantu bahlukumeza kakhulu ema-clinic. Okugcina.
The issue of the clinics must be included in this bill before I support it.
Okugcina iphuzo. Besicela ukuthi ke kulwade okushiwa usithenjwa phambi kwami. Abantu abangaphezulu kwa 36 bephume eParliament. Ngoba nabo sebe over age.
On the
Abantu aba over 36.
Yebo eParliament ngoba umuntu ongaphezulu kwa 36 akasaqashwa, uqasha umuntu ongaphansi uma eqashwa. Laba abangaphezulu kwa 36 ke abaphume bengabe besasebenza nabo ngoba basavumelekile.
All right. You can talk.
Ngoba lo mthetho shaba.
So my proposal also, which was raised by a speaker before me on the age of 36, I'm proposing that people who are over 36 should leave Parliament so that those who are below 36 should go to Parliament because of the law which says that those who are above 36 should not get any form of employment.
Uma nisafika nalomthetho nubhale kanje kusho ukuthi nizocindezela abantu vela abangasebenzi nini enisebenzayo kuyanivuna kini nani phumani nize ngapha ngakithi ningabe nisasebenza ngiyabonga.
All right, sivile baba sesizawuphuma sesifanele kudala sihlezi kodwa sivotelwa nini ukuthi sibe seParliament asiqashwanga thina sideployiwe asiyo department thina siphakanyiselwe izandla nini sizonicacisela kahle ukuthi senze njani ukuze sibe la mari siyamzubaba uthi phansi zonke izama ningaphindi nisiphakamisele izandla nithi masihambe niyosibele eParliament nithi na 30 years makahamba eParliament unabani sizwe ngani lenina lapha.
Okay, mine is just to explain to you that we as members of Parliament, we were deployed to Parliament by you voting for us. We are not employed in Parliament. We don't belong to any department, but it is because of your votes. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, that you raise your hands voting for us to be there. Thank you.
Ngiyanibingelela egameni leNkosi yethu Jesu.
I greet you in the name of Jesus Christ.
Igama lami ngiwumama uNdlovu ST.
I am Mrs. Ndlovu ST
Ngiphuma la eMlalazi.
from Umlalazi.
Sine nhlangano ewumusa wenkosi yabantu abadala.
We have an organization called Umusa Wenkosi for the elderly.
On club.
Oh, it's an elderly club, yes.
Yes. So is ngicela ukusho ukuthi lokho sekukhulunyiwe ngaphansi komthetho ngiyakusupporta ngeindlela ezithile uma besikhona isikhathi bengizochaza ukuthi because of what usupport.
I do support the bill in different forms, but if I had enough time, I would give you reasons as to why I'm supporting the bill.
Angibonge ke ukuthi sesikhona sibantu badala and ngibonga ama social worker esingaphansi kwawo la eMlalazi.
Let me also thank the opportunity for us to be here and also thank the social workers that we have here at Umlalazi.
Basiphethe kahle bayasivisita kwinhlangano yethu umsa wenkosi on club.
They treat us so well. They visit us regularly in our Umsa Wenkosi club.
Ukuthi ke izidingo zabantu ngeke ufinyelele kuzo zonke.
The problem is that one cannot satisfy all the needs of the people.
Kodwa esicelayo thina lapha na kumsa wenkosi siyafisa uxhaso lokuthi njengabafowethu ade bekhuluma bala emaklabini ukuthi siyadinga uxhaso olubuya kwaHulumeni ukuthi sikwazi ukuthi sisizakale ngezidingo zethu la kuma lokhuzana kuma club wethu.
Now, what we are asking for as Umsa Wenkosi Club is just, the support from the government so that now we'll be able to meet our needs.
Senginesikhashana ke nokho ngihamba phakathi kwabantu abadala nami sengize ngakhula ngabangaka. Into ehluphayo lapha uma uhambela emakhaya isikhalo sisodwa ngenxa yabazukulu ukuthi abasupporteki kahle.
The only cry that one gets when one visits people living in rural areas, you'll find that most of the cry is about the support for the grandchildren.
Uthola ukuthi izimali zithathwa abomama babo kodwa abantu laba badala le mali abayiphiwa uHulumeni abasakwazi ukwenza izidingo zabo sebewondla laba abantwana.
Now, the problem is that the money meant for the elderly people, which is their pension grant, is taken by their children who are now using this money to feed their children, meaning that they are feeding the grandchildren.
Bese beyakhala ke kithi thina sibasiza ukuthi ngabe kungcono ukuthi abanikwa laba imali lamantombazane nalaba baholela ingane engathi imali ingathi xaxa.
That is why there's a proposal that in the true sense of the word, the pension money for the elderly people should be increased because indirectly they are the ones who are affording or maintaining these grandchildren.
Ngicela ukubuyela lapha ke usihlalo wethu akhulume khona ukuthi uma umuntu omdala ehlukumezeka akangasuswa endaweni yakhe akususwe lo muntu omhlukumezayo.
I want to support the fact that the chairperson raised that when an elderly people is being abused, he or she must not be removed from her place or his place, but the perpetrator is the one who must be removed from that home.
Sinabo labo gogo abahlukumezekile abanye sebasusiwe bahambe bayihlalela ungabusazi ukuthi wena ke njengoba ukhona la kuthi ungumphathi kule club yabo uzomenze njani mhlawumbe kwesinye isikhathi aye emthethweni kufike kuthiwe ehlala khona lapho uzohlala kanjani ahlukumezeka ngoba kufuneka isimo sonke sigcine silungiswe kahle.
One other thing that one experience as a person who is in charge of this old age home, sometimes we do have these elderly people who have been abused. You don't know what to do with this elderly person. Sometimes you advise her to go to the police station, but at the police station they will just tell her to sit there.
Umndeni uzokwenzani.
Then they say, no, this is a domestic issue.
So
What will the family do?
angibonge kakhulu ilokho nje ukuthi siyacela ukusupportwa la einhlanganweni zabantu abadala.
All right.
Thank you very
Siyabonga.
much. Ours is just to
Ngifuna
ask for the
umzali
support.
othi ukhe wayovula icase une case number ehlukunyezwa waye police station kwafika police station kwathiwa hayi hamba it's a domestic issue okanye into yasemakhaya aze ngaphambili ne case number aye kulatafile abhali case number so that silandelele simncedise ukuthi silandele icase yakhe kuba iphelele phina ngoba umuntu mayehambe ya police station sube yo report inkinge yakhe akufanele ukuthi kuthi hayi goduka lonto into yasekhaya abe umuntu ehlukumezeka lonto lomhlomelo sisihlomthetho sihlomelo ona le ndawo ethi masingalindeli kube court order for umuntu ohlukumezekayo alindi court order kodwa uyaphela ekhaya lento eqedwa ukuthethwa ngumama sithi makathathwe o social worker mabayilandelele indaba yakhe uba uyahlukumeza mosuzowuthi aphelele kule ndawo ahlukumezayo masisalinde i-court order grant i-permission yokumthatha simse esenta apho azawunakekeleka khona angahlukumezeki yilonto lomthetho siphethe wona today sithi masufakelele uba makubekho imvume yokuthi uthathwe xa kubonakala isimo sakhe subukayi uhleli kabuhlungu ekhaya.
Is
Abane
there
case
anyone
order.
here who has got a case whereby one went to the police station to report the issue of abuse and at the court they said, no, this is a domestic issue? If there is
Police- the
anyone here, please go and see the social workers.
Angikhulumi lento ndiyikhulumayo ndithi abane case numbers abavule amacala police station baze banganakekelwa bangahoywa mabayobhalisa ezo case numbers pha umuntu athi ndirepotile ndihlukumezekile andihlelanga kahle mari kuthiwe hamba go back home indaba yekhaya leyo sifuna eza case numbers sizowulandelela amaphoyisa thina.
Yeah, if there's anyone who has got a case number, please, you are requested to come to this table. That's what we are interested, so that we can be able to assist you. The issue is the case numbers. For anyone who was turned away or given a case number at the police station. Thank you.
Phakamisa ukubingelela wonke umuntu okhona.
I would like to greet everybody present here.
Sibonge uhlelo silizwile namhlanje noma besingalindele.
Let us take this opportunity to thank you for the program that we are about today, even though we did not expect it.
Silithole ngoba besize ngapha ngase welfare.
We were lucky enough to come across this program because we had come to the Department of the Welfare.
Noko sathetheka ke seza ngale.
Then we were taken and brought here.
All right, zitsho baba ubuya kuphi ungubani?
Ngingumzomhle Bicele
My name is Mzomhle Bicele
kwaMondi
from Kwamondi
endaweni ekuthiwa Mvana.
in an area called Kwamvana.
Ward Kwamfana. Boy. Ward 11.
It is Ward 11.
Nokho ngize ukuziphawula mina nabaseduze kwami.
I came to speak on my own behalf and those that are around me.
Kusho ukuthi umakhelwane.
That would be my neighbor.
Ngoba neBhayibheli lasho lithi okhonza uNkulunkulu wakho nomakhelwane wakho.
Because even the Bible states that you should believe in your God and also know your neighbor.
Omakhelwane ke sihlangane nabo senza inhlangano yethu ebizwa ngokuthiwa Masibambisane.
We came together with our neighbors and we created an organization called Masibambisane.
Siyalima,
We farm, or we are farmers.
sidayise,
We then sell the produce.
sipha abampofu,
We also give to the poor and needy.
sidle nathi,
We also feed ourselves.
and then sibeke okuncane
Then we save a little,
lokho sisuke sinakho.
whichever we would have at the time.
Ubona kukhalwa kanjena nje.
As you can see that there are such a lot of complaints.
Inkinga umhlaba.
The biggest problem is land.
Siswele indawo zokulima.
We do not have land to farm.
Naleyo sosiqeshana onaso
That small piece of land that you have,
asizi ngalutho ngani ngoba impahla iyadla kusona.
it will not help you in any way because the livestock around it will probably graze on all your plants.
Uma isidli ukudla kwakho impahla
When the livestock has eaten your produce,
bathi biya
they tell you to fence your land.
kodwa mangase ushaya isilwane sabo sibulale ungaboshwa.
But if you are to, say, hit this animal and kill it, you would be arrested.
Inkinga yethu ukuthi ke kuloko sincane sikwenzayo sicela ukuthi sathi ngathola indawo izinto zokubiyelelwa sisebenze.
Our biggest problem is that with the little that we do, if we could get land and also a fencing assistance so that we can continue working.
Sibuye sifundise nekenge encane ukulima iyeke nje ukuhlala ekhaya ingenzi lutho.
We would also like to teach the youth about farming so that they stop idling at home.
No one home, one garden.
We have one home, one garden.
Siqhubeka nayo ke.
We are still continuing with it
Nenhlangano yethu ekuthiwa Masibambisane.
through our organization called Masibambisane.
Cela nje usizo kuphela.
We would request assistance.
We can much appreciate singakubonga.
We would appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Sibonga kakhulu kuko wonke senzelwe kona.
We are very thankful for what has been done for us.
Ukuthi nathi sikwazi ukukhwehlela singakafi.
All right, baba. Ukhona u-social work walinda ubuya kuyona? What?
What bani? Iwadi yakho baba.
What 11?
Ukhona u-social worker wa-Ward 11? Khawuye phaa ku-social worker nibonisane ukuthi i-proposal yenzeka kanjani, ingene njani, ithini for all what you are asking. Ngoba siyazi ukuthi unezicelo ocelayo ukuthi uzenzele, which u-social development oyenzayo leyo nto. Baphelile ne? Masingene phambi. Kwenzeka ntoni ngoku bayabhonda? Sila mama one barret emnyama 1 woza. Mama onebe into e-mustard 2.
Mama ugqoka into e-mustard.
Sisi okay waphakama 3. Mama ophakamileyo ngoku 4.
The fourth lady who's standing up.
Baba ola 5 sime kancane sizawungena la ngoku. Ngena mama. Mama ngena. Sanomchophisa phansi mnike na thethe. Uzobhala masebuya masecedile.
May we request that she sits down? She feels
Yes,
she.
it's fine.
Okay. Ngibe igama lam nginguphumelele Rebecca Mbambo.
My name is Pumalele Rebecca Mbambo.
Mama, ma, oh.
Igama lami nginguphumelele Rebecca Mbambo.
My name is Pumelele Rebecca Mbambo.
Esikhaleni ku Ward 14 Okobandlovu.
Eskaleni, Ward 14, Okobandlovu.
Ngingaphansi kwenhlangano yogogo Okobandlovu Senior Citizen.
I'm under an organization for the elderly called Okobandlovu Senior Citizens.
Okuningi sekukhulunyiwe bengizokhuluma ngingebe ngisamosha isikhathi kodwa nje engikhala ngakho kakhulu kakhulu.
Most of the things have already been said, so I will not repeat them because of time. But what I really have a complaint about,
Kungugogo ongabatholanga abantwana.
I'm an elderly person who was not blessed with children.
Ngathola umntwana oyedwa womfana.
I had just one son.
Ogogo ngiyacabanga bazokhumbula ukuthi abafana namantombazana.
Grandmothers will remember that sons are not like daughters.
Intombazana ayilali idlile ingazange ukuthi umama udlile.
Daughter will not sleep with a full stomach without knowing what the parent has actually eaten.
Ngihlala ngedwa,
I live alone.
anginamzukulu,
I have no grandchild.
ngiyagula.
I am sickly.
Ngaba ne-car accident ngo-1989 ngahlala esibhedlela eNgwelezane for 11 months.
I was involved in a car accident in 1989 and I was hospitalized for 11 months at Ngwelezane Hospital.
Kwabonakala ukuthi noma sengiphumile ngaphinde ngathi nginekelela umama ngezizitsha ngawa ngaphuka kwaqhosha ithambo.
It was then found that when I had been discharged, as I was assisting my mother, I slipped and fell and broke my leg.
Ngabuya ngaphindela eNgwelezane sengiyofaka insimbi.
I went back to Ngwelezane Hospital to have a pin to be installed.
Ngabuya esibhedlela kwaphoqa ukuthi asikho kuyifamily ethathe entweni.
I came back from a hospital, but then it was clear that we do not come from a wealthy family.
I'm a last born at home. Ubaba sekhulile.
Ngingowokugcina
Umama
ekhaya.
sekhulile.
My mother is
Fanele
elderly.
ngiphume ngiyoba domestic work nayo lensimbi.
My mother is elderly, my father is elderly. I have to leave home and work as a domestic worker with the pin on my leg
Ukuze ngikhulise phela lo mfana wami aye esikoleni.
to ensure that I can raise my son and also afford him an education.
Ngibe domestic for 27 years.
I've been a domestic worker for 27 years.
Abanye gogo bayazi ukuthi ayina u6 hours 7 hours umile kwi-ironing board.
Other elderly
Ejaltini.
grandmothers would know that you can actually spend 6 to 7 hours standing over an ironing board ironing.
Njobe sengihamba kabuhlungu nje kanjena.
As you can see now, I'm having difficulty walking.
Into engikhala ngayo kakhulu.
What I find as a complaint,
Ku Ward 14 sibaningi singogogo sisenhluphekweni.
in Ward 14, there is a lot of us as grandmothers who are suffering.
Sibaningi singogogo omakhelwane bami kusuka kumina nje kuzokoshona ezantsi. Asinazindlu.
That would be my neighbors from where I stay, my neighbors all the way down. We do not have houses.
Asitholi ma-parcel food.
We do not get any food parcels.
Ngobe le mali yempesheni ngeke ngize ngiqamba amanga. Eyami ithwele insurance ewu2.
Because this pension money is quite little, mine has to carry or cover 2 insurances.
Ucebo lethu othwele konke umzimba i-catering, ibhasi, everything ngobe anginayo umuntu umfana wami ngeke ngibe nayo uganiwe uthwele kanzima. Ngifuna ukuhlukumeza umakoti.
It would be the cebo lethu which carries the entire funeral.
All right, ma. Ma angifuni uphinde ube ukhathazeka ngaphezulu kuba ukhathazekile.
We don't want you to worry more than you are worried now.
Uyayithola imali ye grant
Do you get?
Ngiyayithola.
Yes.
manje usaphangela.
Ay angeke.
Uyekile manje.
Success ngiyeke emva kube nje sengasakwazi ukayina emajalidi.
U-social worker wako Ward 14 uphi? Azocebisa uma ufanele kwenzeke njani.
Social worker ka Ward
Social
14.
worker ngicela ma uye kula tafula udiji uphaya, chief director uphaya,
Uthob.
akucebisa ukuthi wenza njani. Mina ngina 4 boys, nabo molokazana bathathu. Ngeke kodwa bamonyana bangilahlele ngaphandle kanye bangangihoyi. Umakoti mhluphe ngoba uze kulo mntana esazi ukuthi it's the only child ezelwe nguwena. So upanika umsabe. Khawuye pha ufumana ingcebiso ku chief director, social worker yakho iye pha umonitorishe situation yakho ekhaya so that uhlale kahle. Masingaboyika abamakoti nabomolokazana. Nayo intombi mina mara maningastruggleish kanti ebengathanga uze ufumana umazala amenza uma wakhe. Oh,
Unjani lo makoti?
Yeah, kunjani. What excuse me, what 14 social worker kanicebisa uma indlela yokwenza izinto nizokhona ukumonitorisha inhlalo yakhe ukuthi uhleli njani. Over to you ma.
Sanibonani.
Greetings.
Ngibingelela iParliament.
Greetings to
Ngibingelele
Parliament.
bonke ozwakethu abalana kwimeeting yeParliament.
Greetings to all my colleagues who are in this Parliament meeting.
Mina ngumama Manyoni uDelisiwe kwaNqamalala eNkandla.
Delsile Nxamalala from Enkandla.
Ngiku Ward 14.
I am in Ward 14.
Yebo ngizokhuluma ngogogo. Silontshe yona unompumelelo club kwaNqamalala.
We belong to Nompumelelo Club at Kwanxamalala.
Umama lo osukumayo ngimuzwe ekhuluma ngendaba yokuhlupha kogogo ukuthi uhlala nezingane kuba nezingane abahlala nazo ayena kodwa akanamuntu. Kukhona ogogo ngempela abangenamuntu njoba esho umama. Abanye bahlala nezingane abazukulu.
The elderly person who was here indicates that she does not have anyone whom she stays with, but she indicates that she has got grandchildren. But in the true sense of the word, they are elderly people who do not have anyone to look after them.
Labazukulu laba baphinde bezale futhi isizukulwane.
These grandchildren end up having another it would be a great grandchildren.
Sikhule lesizukulwane logogo ubagadile ubebafundisa ngale mali yempesheni incane njoba incane bedla ukudla ngogogo.
When this generation of great grandchildren grows up, it is being supported by this granny. She feeds them.
Ekubeni bekhulile laba lesizukulwane lesi sikagogo sesimshayela umthetho ugogo la ekhaya kodwa lo muzi kagogo.
When this generation or these grandchildren grow up, they end up now controlling the elderly person. And this house belongs to the elderly person.
Ugogo asakwazi ukuyoziholela sekuhola sona lesizukulwane.
Now, the granny cannot go and receive her pension money. The people or the person now who takes this money is this grandchild.
Ugogo ngenkathi ekhuluma ngemali yakhe useyahlupheka ilezi ngane. Imali akusakwazi ukuthenga ukudla okwanele. Lo mholo vele futhi mncane siyawukhala bakwethu umholo lo gogo igrant yogogo.
So now this grant that the grannies earn is very little. It's true that it is not enough, but most of the money is taken by these grandchildren.
No muzi awukho lo gogo ubheka ukudla.
There's no house.
Ukwakha indlu. Enye mhlawumbe bahlala endlini eyodwa ngenxa yale grant kagogo.
There is no house. They are building this house using the very same pension money. They also depend on this money for food.
Ugogo uyagula udla amaphilisi.
Granny or the elderly person is sick, is taking medication.
La maphilisi owadla nje ugogo ukudla kukho kahle la ekhaya.
Sometimes you find that the elderly person takes medication without eating any food.
Isikhungo lesi esikhona sikude kakhulu njengoba sisemakhaya ngoba sisemakhaya thina. Kuqhelelene kakhulu. Ugogo akasakwazi ukuhamba ezela kwesinye isikhathi. Kudingeka into ezomlanda.
Now, the place for elderly people, it is very far. You find that now the elderly person cannot even go to that elderly place or come to that elderly place. Now we need a form of transport that can come and pick her up and take her to that place.
Ukuze la esikhungweni afike ugogo athole lokho okuncane okudliwayo ngoba sifike senze itiye ekseni sibe sipheka amabhodi siyaphinda siyabaphakela inkathi ephuza itiye ugogo uphethe amaphilisi akhe uyathatha yawadla kanti ekhaya akanamuntu omnakelelayo ingane sesikoleni usele nalokho okuncane akwazi ukupheka.
So now, in our place of safety, we provide them with food, but at home, there's no one to give her anything to eat. She is only left with the younger grandchild, and the other one is at school.
Lezi khungo lezi ziwusizo kogogo nabaphathwa amathambo njengoba bejima nje baba right abanye bethi akuyasiza ukujima sekungcono namadolo.
These centers are helpful to the elderly people because even when they exercise, they end up saying now they are feeling much better.
Kodwa sicela ukuthi uhulumeni asixhase impela kulezi khungo zethu ngoba siyayibona zibavusile abanye masebeza la esikhungweni baba ngcono bathi siyasizakala njengoba sidla amaphilisi nje sidla nalokudla ngoba uma kusala nasemabhodweni siyakuthola sikuphake ekaftinini sihambe sekhaya nkathi ugogo eselala uthi ngiyakwazi ukudla lesitsha sami ngilala ukudla kukho la ekhaya.
We therefore request that you support us in these centers because in these centers, the elderly people are able to get something to eat. Even if there are some leftovers, they take them home just to eat and be able to take their medication.
Nokuqasha ke imoto sithatha kiyo le mali encane siwesinike uhulumeni yokudla kogogo sifune imoto ekwazi ukuhamba ibalande ogogo ibalethela ngaphakathi sicela usizo ke lapho ngiyabonga.
We also use the very same pension money to hire a car that will take them to different places.
All right, siyabonga mama. Masikhulume kaloku i5 minutes iningi kakhulu. Kunabantu abasaphakamisa izandla ngapha kufanele sibanike. And fanele sicedelele nangapha ya kunezinye izandla ezivelayo.
Ngibingelela itafula lonke, ngibingelele nozakwethu bonke abakhona kule ndawo.
Greetings to the members of parliament and all my colleagues present in this place.
Igama lami uSibongile Vilakazi.
My name is Sibongile Vilakazi.
Nguye mfolozi kumasipala.
I am from Mfolozi Municipality.
Ward 6.
From Ward 6.
Ngiyawusupporta kakhulu lo mthetho.
I fully support the bill
Ozo amendwa kule ndawo.
which will be amended in this place.
Ngiyathanda nje ukuqala ngala abantu abadala okufuneka suswe emakhaya ayosiwa ko old age home.
I would like to start by the elderly people that must be removed from their residential areas to be taken to
Ngiyakusupport
old age
ukuthi ngathi
centers.
i-court order ingasuswa.
I support the issue of the court order that it must be removed. Are we with
Ngidlule
it?
ngize kuma luncheon clubs.
Let me go to the lunch on clubs.
Ngicela umthetho uchibiyelwe ekutheni uma une luncheon club kungathiwa thola istructure indawo ukuze ufandwe.
I request that if you've got a lunch on club, it shouldn't be stated that you should have a structure first before you are being funded.
Ngicela bavume ukuthi masina garage emakhaya sivume ukuthi singasebenzela khona kwenziwe njalo.
I request that they should allow us to even use garages if we have them in our homes.
La ku abuse kwabantu abadala
On the issue of
noma ngayiphi indlela
abuse
ebuthakathini
of
noma
elderly
sexual
people
or physical
in
abuse.
any form,
Ngicela umthetho uchibiyelwe kuthiwe no bail ma angabi sigebengu sibanjiwe simbulela umuntu omdala ingabi bikho ibail ingabi kube athole i-life sentence.
I request that the bill must be amended and the perpetrator should not be given any bail. The sentence should be life sentence.
Lapha ekutheni thina nabantu abasha abantu abadala banolwazi oluningi kabi abangadlulisela kubantu abasha. Siyacela uhulumeni ukuthi awushicilele lo mthetho uqine ukuthi abantu abadala balekelele kubantu abasha ngolwazi lwabo abanalo.
I also request that the issue of the indigenous knowledge that the elderly people possess must be transferred to the young people.
Kungaba
Therefore, the
sibaf-
government must make sure that that clause is included in this bill.
Singaba kubafundisa imisebenzi yezandla sixoxe nabo sibafundise amantombazane nabafana ukuze bangangeni ezidakamizweni.
We can even teach them different forms of handwork or any form of work that is done using hands, so that now they don't get up, they don't end up being hooked in the drugs.
Siyacela uhulumeni ukuthi ashicilele lo mthetho izinto manje sehamba ngezinga eliphezulu kakhulu nathi sibantu abadala siyafisa ukufundiswa itechnology.
Because of the high rate of the advancement of technology, we as elderly people will request also to be taught on technology.
Siwazi laptop lo ukuthi laptop mase unikiwa usona isilwane sizokwazi ukuthola izinto eziningi kuwona.
We must also be able to operate the laptop. We shouldn't see a laptop as an animal.
Okunye ngiyacela ukuthi kushicilele umthetho ukuthi abantu abangasokoli ngama wheelchair. Abantu isikhathi esiningi ngithola ukuthi bayasokola abana aweka ama wheelchair.
My other request is that people should not suffer because there's a lack of wheelchairs. Wheelchairs should be made available.
Okunye nge-medication, khona le medication yabantu aba-chronic, siyacela ukuthi kuzanywe indlela zokuthi i-deliver, uhulumeni akawushicilele lo mthetho okanye awuchibiyele ukuthi zikhona iy'thuthuthu akuzanywe iy'thuthuthu kudilivelwe abantu imithi ngoba uthola ukuthi omunye akawulandanga umuthi ngenxa yokuthi akanayo imali yokulanda eklinikhi.
On the issue of medication,
Yebo useqalile uhulumeni.
on the issue of medication, my proposal is that the government should come up with a strategy of using motorbikes to deliver medication to those who have got chronic illnesses.
Siyabonga khona useqalile ukuthi ko clicks uyakwazi ukuyolanda khona kodwa nje awugcizeleleke lo mthetho.
We've seen that is being practiced at clicks. One can go and collect one's medicine, but we emphasize that the issue of delivery of medication to patients should be done using motorbikes.
Okunye sicela ukuthi uhulumeni akuchibiyele indaba ka one home one garden.
The issue of one home, one garden should also be included in the bill.
Kuthiwa siwenze one home one garden emakhaya kodwa imbewu asiyitholi.
They say we must do this, the one home, one garden, but we are not provided with seeds.
Bese ke kulaba abama centenarians abano 100 years siyacela uhulumeni ukuthi aba recognize labo bantu asuke seno 100 amenzele I celebration nje yokumthokozisa nokumhalalisela ukuthi usefike ku 100 years.
When an elderly person has reached 100 years, we request that the government should celebrate the birthday of that particular elderly person.
Okunye sicelayo sicela uhulumeni njengoba singabantwana bakhe thina akawushicilele kabusha lo mthetho ukuthi asingcwabe sibe ne funeral benefit la uhulumeni emawadini sizoqoqa bonke ogogo bangene ku database uma ngabe umuntu omdala edlule emhlabeni ngoba kwesisikhathi bakhokha uma singcwabisana kodwa uthola ukuthi ke imali yabashodela agcine ngasawukhokhanga ulapse lo masingcwabisana. So sicela uhulumeni asithwale nje size siyofika emaphethelweni.
Another request is that we propose that the government should introduce a funeral scheme whereby the government will be the one responsible for the elderly people when they pass on.
Sicela uhulumeni asifake ku database emakliniki. Uma ngabe ngisuka eRichards Bay ngeThekwini ngikhohlwa ikhadi akwazi ukuthi mabethi chofo lapha balithola igama lami bawazi amaphilisi engiwadlayo banginikezele. Angiboni ukuthi kungaba nzima kakhulu.
As elderly people, we request that we be included on the database of the clinics.
Okugcina ke kunento ekuthiwa
Thoba isandla mama, thoba isandla. Mawuphakamisa isandla enhlanganweni umuntu ekhuluma, isho ukuthi akakhulumi zona. So ngizothi akufanele niphakamise then. Mama, 5 minutes yakuphelile.
Sengiqedile. Oh.
Qedelela nje uhambise
Okay.
lapha ya yonke le ento oyifundayo uyihlanganise netafula lapha.
Okay. Kunento ekuthiwa i-means test. umuntu omdala osebenze kahulumeni akakwazi ukuhola lapha kasasa ngoba khona imali esuka ivele incane evelayo. Sicela ukuthi amsusu means test uhulumeni umuntu omdala athola imali yakasasa.
We request that the means test be removed because if an elderly
Nali
person
tafile.
has got a certain amount of money in his or her account that affects him or her from getting pension early.
Siyabonga ma.
Ngiyabingelela iParliament lonke.
I greet the members of parliament in their totality.
Siyabonga konke sebekushilo singokho ukuthi kufanele sivikeleke.
We are very thankful for what you have said as elderly people that we should be protected.
Igama lami nginguSiphiwe Ngubane ngiqhamuka eMfolozi kuWard 5.
My name is Sphiwe Ngubane.
Masizole endlini, masizole
I
bethuni.
come from Umfolozi, Ward 5.
Ngisenhlanganweni yenhlanzini old age. Inhlanzini Luncheon Club.
I'm in an organization called Intlanzini Luncheon Club.
Isicelo sami esokuthi isicelo sami esokuthi uyasupporta uhulumeni kakhulu.
My request is that the government is actually supporting us quite a great deal,
Kodwa khona lapho esisala khona
but there are some places or areas where we are lacking
umsebenzi wezandla.
in what we would call handwork or craft work.
Singajabula kakhulu masingathola ubuhlalu sithole iwuli sithole incema sithi mase sijimile bese sisebenzisa izandla.
We would be quite happy, Chair, if we would get things like wool and a certain type of grass called ingema, so that after we have exercised, we would do our handwork.
Sengiphetha bengicela uhulumeni aselekelele singogogo insimbi lezi zokujima njengebhayisikili njengalezi ezinye izinyakaza sinyakazise yonke umzimba.
In conclusion, I would request that our government assists us in terms of gym equipment. There would be the machines that would help you move your body.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much.
Uyawuxhasa okanye uyawuxhasa umthetho Sihlomela?
Ngiyawuxhasa kakhulu umthetho lona enisilethele wona singogogo muhle kakhulu ngoba singogogo amphathi omnyama khona mosugugile kuthiwa yathakatha.
I support this bill
Ngiyasupport
very
kakhulu.
much as an elderly person. This bill is very good, especially if you are a grandmother who has a darker complexion. They would usually suspect you of witchcraft.
Ngiyasupport kakhulu ngiyabonga.
Ukhona
We support it
u-social
very
worker
much.
wendawo yakho yasemfolozi la?
Social worker wakho mama wakuphi what?
Akaze ngimbona
Awuzange umbone ne?
I haven't seen
Khona
him.
what ban?
What
Ward 5 Mfolozi.
Ward 5 Umfolozi.
Khona u-social worker wakhona? What 5 social worker?
Ward 5
Now
Umfolozi.
ya amba ucela ibhayisikili nayo yonke into khona lapha kuye. Ngiyabonga. Awuzange umbone namhlanje uyambona ungamyekeli.
Sunday. Yeah. Ifa.
Ayifake
Nkosi uJesu.
Soyifaka
Amen.
kanjani uzokhuluma kanjani ifake imali? Hayibo. Khuluma mama.
Ngiyambingelela egameni elihle lenkosi uJesu. Amen.
I greet you all in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Ngiugogo osuka empangeni.
I am a grandmother who comes from Empangeni.
Ngiphansi kwenhlangano yogogo kuluwamba clinic.
I'm under an elderly people's organization called Luanba Clinic.
Iward yami u33.
My ward is 33.
Nithe asizokhuluma konke ogogo but nithe asizokhuluma konke ebese esikuthandayo.
You said we should come here and say everything we feel like saying.
Ngimi lapha ke batabo mntanami ngizokhuluma ukuthi siwogogo kakhulu zocela uxhaso.
I stand in front of you, my children, to state that we as grandmothers, we would really like to request assistance
Ngoba siwogogo sibadala.
because we are grandmothers and we are old.
Sicela ukuthi nisiqashele ngoba sibadala nisiqashele noma nje ababili abasebasha bazosiza nasekuphekeni ngoba sesibadala sizowela phakathi siyayiphekela.
We would request that you employ at least maybe 2 people to assist us, say for something like cooking, because we are now old and frail. We might even fall into the pots that we are trying to cook.
Sinibonga
Alright.
ukuba
Khona
khona
ubaba lo pha ngemuva ngasemnyango uqhoba kakhulu. Sesiqhwabile baba. Ngiyakubona ukuthi iyakuchaza le ndaba kagogo. Ne caregivers.
siyanibonga kakhulu ukuba khona la ningabakahulumeni.
We thank you very much for coming here as a representative of government.
Ama social worker ethu asinakekela ngendlela emangalisayo siyajabula kakhulu.
Our social workers take a very good care of us. We are very happy.
Ubaba Mabuya khulu.
Mr. Mabuya Kulu.
Bengucela ke futhi kakhulu ukuthi ngoba ngimi lapha nje akusavuma ngime ngimdala ngendlela emangalisayo nisiphathele yini induko gogo.
I would also request that as I'm standing here, I'm no longer able to stand for long because I'm old. I would just want to ask from you, did you bring any crutches for the elderly people?
Ngiyabonga kakhulu kodwa ikakhulu cela uxhaso. Kuluhamba inkanyezi ilokhuzana yethu inkanyezi kuluhamba.
Our organization is called Inkanyezi Luamba.
Yeah.
Kweyiphi ward mama?
Yiphi what?
Iwadi 33.
33 kuphi nendawo?
Kuluhamba empangeni suke
Empangeni.
Yeah.
Ukhona social worker waka ward
ukhona. Igama lami Thokozile.
Uphi amba ucela ama crashes mabanini.
Uthi wahambe uyocela ama-crashes yena.
Makabhale phansi athi ukuthi nifuna i-crashes. Uphi yakuyena abuya mbona.
Ukhona ngale.
Social worker uphi?
Nange vele someone ngapha.
Ma nangu yakuyena.
Igama lami Thokozile.
Ambo ubhalisa pha. Ubhalise nabanye abafuna i-crashes. Ababhali.
Bazokulekelela.
Yeah, nguye lo. Ayisinguye?
It's not this one, it's Mabuya Kulu.
Awusamboni kahle ngoku. Amba ucela pha kuyi crashes ne wheelchairs. Uhealth umele ukuthi asincedise abancede abogogo abangakhona ukuhamba ngewheelchairs. Uhealth.
Ngiyayibingelela iParliament.
Greetings to Parliament.
Sibonga nethuba.
Thank you for the
enisinika
opportunity
lona.
that you've given us
Sizoyikhalela uhulumeni.
to air our views to
Lo
our
khulumayo
government.
uSipho Dludla.
I'm Sipho Dludla.
Kumasipala wakhona la eShowe iward 9
I am
kwaMpofu.
from Eshowe Municipality, Ward 9.
Akukuningi engizokukhuluma.
I'm not going to say a lot.
Ngizokhala ukuthi singasizakala kanjani sibadala.
Mine is just a concern. We've come to ask as to how can we get help as elderly people.
Ngoba sibuka impilo yethu esilahlile uhulumeni.
Because according to our perspective, seemingly our government has forgotten about us.
Ekuthiwa usuphatheke kabi umdala ngizokhuluma ngento eyenzeka kimi.
Let me make an example.
Hayi
I'm
nini
going
futhi.
to talk about something that happens to me.
Mangifika kudokotela wangithumelela esibhedlela yavela ke inkinga esibhedlela.
I went to the doctor referred me to the hospital, that's where the problem started.
Khona umfowethu okhulumela ngamaklinikhi.
There's one brother of mine here who spoke about clinics.
Ekikusiza iklinikhi uyafika esibhedlela udibana nenkinga.
Clinics sometimes helps us, but when you arrive at the hospital, you encounter problems.
Siyacela uhulumeni mhlambe ezibhedlela engathithi abasebenzi bakhona bayashoda noma abalulekwa ngabantu mabeza bengaphilile.
We request that the government should increase the number of nurses at the hospitals, or it's either they are not well informed about the patients that will be coming into those hospitals.
Ngikhuluma ngehluku engisibona esibhedlela esilayisho.
I am talking about the painful experience that I see here at Showe.
Ngafika ngigula kodwa usizo ngaze ngathola ngabo 11.
I arrived there being very sick, but they attended to me around about 11.
Kufanele ngiqale ngokufutha kuqala. Kodwa udokotela ube ngifuthile wabeka ukuthi kukuphi. Kwathiwa ngibambe queue. Bayixoxela uzeze ngaleso sikhathi. Udokotela ukhona, uhleli ulindile, ayizi person. Inkinga nje sibhekene nayo. Uqala nje kusafuna uthola ifile yakho. Mawufe ngo6, uzuyithola ngo9 noma ngo10.
The problem
uyagula njalo mhlawumbe umuntu uhlele enqoleni.
The problem starts whereby one has to be checked first, his blood pressure. The person by then is sick. The issue of the file, you arrive there round about 9, round about 6, they'll only get the file at about 9. By then, you are seated at a wheelchair.
Ekuthiwa ugogo ulahla ikhadi leli elincane lokuthola ifile.
Let's say an elderly person has lost a file.
Uyothe uqaliswa lapha usekuqala omkhulu umsindo.
They are going to shout at her. At the end, there'll be, a lot of misunderstanding.
Siyacela uma iParliament lingezile uzosikhohlisa.
Okay.
Ngoba
sesiphi esisibhedlela ukhuluma ngaso baba?
Ngani ngishilo ngathi kuseshowe.
Seshowe.
Sinye isibhedlela
Ishowe Hospital.
Yes.
All right.
Ngicabanga ukuthi nje la abanye bathi yonke indawo kodwa mina ngibuke eshowe.
Yeah.
Usizi.
Okay.
Uthi mawufike mhlambe ngo6 ifile uzuyithole ngo11. Bakhona ayi utabekho. Mawusuyitholile le file sekufanele uyofuthi. Bakhona futhi hayi utabekho. Bangena odokotela beyihlalele abayingeni iguli. Ubhlungu ke esithi uhulumeni ngikhuluma ngabantu abadala kakhulukazi okuyibona sebegula kabhlungu. Ngangene ehodini ngasakwazi ngisho ukuhamba amanesi aye2. Ubone ukuthi laba bantu baxakwe izigulo bawu2.
The problem starts with when you arrive at the hospital. The issue of the file is a problem. It takes time for them to find one's file. Secondly, the checkup that needs to be done, sometimes it takes time. It's worse when you go to the doctor doesn't do anything as well.
All right, sizayidlulisa umlomo ubaba uDlomo esazi kahle ukuthi ubuya la umcimbi wesibhedlele ngoba singu social development mari sizozithatha ezinye inkinge sizise kwiminyango ngeminyango uhealth akakho la nathi kodwa sizozithatha izinto ezihlangene no health sizidlulisele kuyena Ishowe Hospital sizoyireporta ukuthi inikeza inkinge uzawubona yena ubaba uDlomo kunye no minister wakhe ukuthi benza kanjani ukuhambela bazekini bakhulume ngehospital okanye baye straight ehospital siyabonga ke.
Sengcina.
Thank you very much. Your matter will be reported to Dr. Dlomo, who is in charge of the health department. At the moment, we do not have any health representatives, but your matter will be taken to the health department, in particular, Showe Hospital.
Ubaba uDlomo obuya la.
Honorable Dlomo, who is from this area.
Siyabona ukuthi isikhathi sihambile Nkosi baba siyabonga.
Ngabe ngisaqhubeka.
Esekusele kodwa?
Yebo.
All right.
Njengamanje usazi izagugu uthi aziye emabhank ziye ku-ATM ngikhuluma ngobhlungu nangendlela ubugebengu okuyiyona uyafika ugogo nomkhulu akwazi ukutoboza lapha akho umuntu wasebhenki kuqhamuka umuntu eceleni ngikhuluma ngento engeke sikuyenze ngaphambi kwami athi uyamsiza umkhulu wathi umkhulu esethi ubheka imali yakhe kayisekho usehambile umuntu nebi ikhona ibalance akusekho lutho kodwa njengamanje usazi ukuthi abahambe labo gogo beye emabhenki.
The problem that is prevailing at the moment is that SASSA is encouraging elderly people to open up bank accounts, but when they go there, they are unable to operate these ATMs, and normally people who assist them, they crook them. That is why they end up having no money, because their money gets stolen.
Okay. Bengithi uzocebisa ukuthi siyenze kanjani. Bengithi advise usixelele ukuthi siyenze.
Ngicabanga ukuthi abanye ogogo bayithola ezitolo. Abanye bayithola ezikhungweni.
All right. Bathini? Nithini ngoku?
Bathi ogogo akubuye ikhu.
But centers, they say the centers should come back where they used to get their pension from.
Oh.
The pension payout points. Yes.
Payout points.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sizwile.
Siyabonga.
Siyabonga. Ma siphakamisa izandla ke. Soqala uma lo ola size kuwe ma egcineni. Hlalani phansi bawazali bami. Size kubaba lo. Baba. Behind you. Size kuwe ma egcineni. Size
The lady
kuwe
at the
baba.
end, the lady at the end.
Sicedile la ne. Bangaki manje? Bayi4. 3, 4. Wozama emaikini. Isikhathi siphelile manje. Siyazi ukuthi siqale late. How many are they? 5. Bangaki? How? Wema
They
umele.
look to be about 7, 8 now. Ma'am.
Manje wayungekho situlweni. No, ngibize abantu aba5 only.
Kuthiwa sibize abantu abahlanu kuphela. On 5 only.
Sizoza ngapha ke ngoku. Sicedelele la, hayi ngapha ya. Masime kancane. 1 minute mama. Baningi laba bantu.
Umzuzu uzoba munye nje ngoba abantu baningi.
Ngiyabingelela iParliamente lami, ngibingelele ogogo nomkhulu bonke.
Greetings to the Parliament members.
Imake. Masingabingeleli ngokuqala singelelwe ilanga lonke from morning. Masingene emxholweni igama ukusuka kuphi ungene.
Igama lami nguzanele Vingubo ngisuka kuMasipala waseNkandla kuWard 13.
My name is Zanele Vingubo. I come from Nkandla Municipality in Ward 13.
Engikuzele lapha ngizocela ukuthi siyabonga thina ngoba sinayo indawo yogogo esiqoqanela kuyona esayakhelwa.
What I came here for is to say that we are thankful because we have a place that we gather as elderly people that was built for us.
Uyasixhasa futhi ngasixhasa ngakho.
The government also supports us with whatever they support us with.
Kodwa inkinga ke manje sekunogogo asebephelelwa amandla.
But the problem is that they are grandmothers or elderly people who have lost their strength.
Abasakwazi ukufika bayathanda ukufika abasakwazi ukufika.
They are no longer able to attend or to come to these centers even though they wish they could.
Isicelo sami ke sithi besingeyithole yini mhlambe into engabalanda ekhaya beze.
My request is, would it not be possible that they be afforded transport that would pick them up from their homes so that they could come to the center?
Ebese ngicela ke
neinduku lezo hostik.
I would also request walking sticks.
All right.
Thank you.
Nawe angibozicela ku social work induku lezo
Sure,
ne
not social
transport.
worker,
U
mawuyicele
social
ngakhona.
worker waka Ward 13.
Tomfuthi Mkhize.
Nankuya.
Nangevela sisishona kuya.
Uzibale lezi ntonga that you need usho ukuthi ucela ezingaki.
Uhlala phansi baba.
Ezinye izinto that we think we need uku requesta singazi la embokweni for zona. Umuntu kodwa athi ukuthi uyawusekela umthetho sihlomelo or akasekeli.
Angibingelele lapha.
Greetings to everyone.
Nonke ngibingelela.
I greet you all.
Eyikhulu ekhona ngaphakathi nomphakathi wonke.
The authorities here and also the communities as well.
Lokhumayo baba kunene Alpheus kunene eNtambanana.
Speaking is Mr. Alpheus Kunene at Ntambanana.
Emambuka eklesh lapha ezakwazi emambuka.
At Emamboga.
Epohom Mambuka.
At Pohom at Mamboga.
Lapha umbuzo wami kuhulumeni.
My question to the government is,
Ngicela uhulumeni exhase abantu abadala ngoba bodla abazukulu umsebenzi awukho.
I would request that the government supports the elderly people because they support their grandchildren and there are no jobs in the country.
Ephinde futhi uhulumeni ngiyamnxusa ukuthi akanxasa abantu abakhubazeka afana nami nje mina ngakhubazeka emsebenzini akathiwa futhi imali angamukathatha umbezo uwodwa kodwa manje ngisenkingeni uhulumeni kodwa yini uhulumeni engabaxhasa abantu abakhubazekile abafana nathi na.
I would also implore our government to support people living with a disability like myself. I was injured at work. I did not get any money. Now I would like to know why the government does not support disabled people.
Ubalekile uhulumeni exhase abantu abadala wamanje bakhubazeka uhlala inhliziyo yakho ibhlungu ngoba awukwazi uzenzela izinto ngasho lenkosikazi nje mina ngingane phela ngisenkingeni bafethu kodwa manje maso uhulumeni ebe nomcabango umuntu omdala.
We would like to know why is the government not assisting elderly people because some of us are disabled like myself. I lost my wife. I now live with children only and we are really having quite a big problem.
Ephinde uhulumeni futhi exhase izakwali lesi esinazo ezingakwazi ukubhala esexhasa uhulumeni.
Government should also support the elderly grandmothers that we have who are not educated.
Nengadi futhi elungisele ingadi ngoba sikhona nogogo esinawo.
They should also fix our gardens because we do have our grandmothers and we shall work on them.
Ngiyabonga baba unene.
Thank you.
All right,
Mrs.
inkosi baba.
Kunene.
Ukhona bethuna umuntu nangu baba uthi uyedwa washiwa inkosikazi. Ukhona washiwa ngumyeni. All right baba. Hey baningi mos. Hey baba. Uzibhekile baba, uzibhekile lezi zandla ukuthi baningi kangakanani. Uzozikhethela ukuthi ufuna uphi. Baba. Hey baba. Baba.
Baba. Usihlalo yakhuluma.
Njengoba bebaninzi kangaka bazawuma pha ukhethe ukuthi ufuna baphi. Okulandelayo mawuphuma apha usale sikhona ukunika inambari ukuthi ufanele uncedwephi ngoba wonzakala emsebenzini. Khona into eyenzekayo inambari apho ufonela khona okunye uye kuceba wakho akusize ngento yoba ufone okanye ilungu leparlamente elilako ingingqi. Siza kunika ke lo number ngisafona apha ndizama ukukhangela le number for bonke abantu abathe bolimala emsebenzini bangatholi next abanye balimala emgodini abanye njalo njalo kuphi kuphi ikhona inumber abantu abanye abaclaimanga imali zabo unelist ngokwejikelezayo ethi ukuba unomuntu omaziyo ongakhange aclaime imali yakhe usisihlobo sakho umxelele ukuthi hamba uclaima so ubaba mhlawumbi angatholakala uzawu explaina yonke into yakhe masisheshe mama ungabulisi ungene nje emcimbini Nkosi
Ngiyabonga ithuba.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Ngicela uqale ngidlule ngibonge iParliament ukuthi lehlelise kithi.
Let me also appreciate that Parliament came to us.
Umthetho sekelo lona basilethele kuwona ngicela ukuhambisana nawo kodwa bese ngicela ukufaka lokhu okwami okulandelayo.
I support the bill, but I want to make some inputs.
Ngicela ukuthi iParliament linikeze ogogo imvume uma ugogo ehlala nengane ukuthi iParliament limnikeze imvume ukuthi ingane mingenayo amaphepha iParliament livuma ukuthi maya kwa Home Affairs abamnikeze certificate noma bamnikeze icopy eshoyo ukuthi ugogo kabani uhlala nobani ukuze engashiwa iminyaka yokuthi angene esikoleni ngoba abaye emacreche abaye ezikoleni ngenxa yokuthi icertificate abenazo thina suke sesibadampe kogogo basahamba thina ugogo sale nomshikashika wengane.
I request that the elderly people be given the permission as guardians of these children to be allowed to take or to apply certificates for them, birth certificates.
Ngizocela ukuthi uhulumeni alandelele abantu abadala. Isikhathi esiningi kuma war room sifika nama case ukuthi usibanibani kwasibanibani abanye baze baphume kwama TV kufika ipromise ethi sizokwakhela indlu ethi umkhulu uMugoga akanayo indlu kodwa igcine leyo ndlu leyo igcina umuntu azahambe noma iwheelchair noma induku angazange wayithola kodwa uhulumeni bethe uzolandelela ukuthi akwenze lokho.
Ubani uhulumeni?
Uhulumeni wami.
Omuphi?
Uyena lo la eParliament.
No, mama, sifuna uthethe umhlakulo emhlakulweni. Ubani lo wayefunemene iinformation yokuthi unidas into ekanje waze wangabuyeli kuwe.
Kwakumasipala.
Umasipala?
Yes.
Uphi ucouncillor usesekhona la? Uhambile? No deputy mayor uhambile. What bani?
Ward 5 kumfolozi.
Ward 5 umfolozi. Kumasipala, umasipala ke asimuntu. Umasipala ngocouncillor behlangene.
Yes.
Kubani ngumayor, udeputy mayor, ucouncillor. Siye emhlakulweni ngokustraight bize ngegama.
Ubani owakuthembisa mama?
Kwaku babephethe LTT ngaleso sikhathi.
Uthini?
Igama lakhe awumlazi?
Cha ngilazi.
Uthi ngubani?
Uthi kwakuphethe LTT ngaleso sikhathi. Umelendo LTT?
Locally municipality.
Local municipality.
Yes.
Wasemfolozi.
Yes.
Uyabona ke usifake enkingeni yongambizi ngegama uceba lowo okanye umuntu lowo. Ikhona iofficial yakwamasipala ekhoyo la? Hambile. Khona iofficial yakwamasipala wasemfolozi ekhoyo.
Is there any official from the Mfolozi municipality around here?
Azosicacisela uba umama lo wayecele izinto azicelayo angazange azithole kwathiwa uyabuya so that kuthiwa urhulumente nje.
Yeah, we need that official to come in front so as to explain about the promises that they did not fulfill.
All right, akakho sizawusho uzosala ke ma usinikeze okanye uye pha unikeze ama number akho namabizo akho igama lakho so that masifonele umfolozi sithi umama ubani bani ohlala ka ward bani bani oso nayi contact number yakhe nanimthembisile ni hawufana lo ndaba yini.
Siyabonga.
Yeah.
Siyabonga. Ngizocela ukuthi uhulumeni wogogo asakhele thina sisekhaya lethemba icenter, i community care center basakhele indlu sinayo indawo yokwakha kodwa asinayo indawo yokuhlala sihlala phansi kwesihlahla malina izulu sikhosela kuleyo ndlu leyo ofisana la khona ekhaya lethemba sizocela ukuthi uhulumeni mayisasakhele indawo yokuhlala phakathi asafakele khona ifurniture asifakele zonke nalezi zinto lezi izinto esizojima ngazo izinto esizoyisebenzisa njengobuhlalu
Alright, ubuya kwa ward bani?
ngibuya ku ward 5
Ward 5. Ulento social worker waka ward 5 acele uma konke okwakucelayo kule social worker yakhe abhale iproposal.
Yes.
Asho ukuthi ucela ubuhlali, ucela ifurniture, ucela this. Ujongwe kaloku ukuthi do you deserve into yokuthi uthole lezi zinto ozicelayo. That's why indlu ingathi yahlokoma.
kodwa kakhulukazi mama sicela indawo yokuhlala ngoba sinayo indawo yokuhlala asinayo indlu imhlabathi sinawo kodwa indlu asinayo
Uthini social worker wakho kule area ohlala kuyona?
basagcine behambile khona bekade efikile wathi bazosixhasa ngesakhiwo kodwa njengamanje asikho isakhiwo
Ngubani lo social worker?
social
Bizigama. Uyemsaba? Wamjonga so?
angimsabi mem
Biza mama. Uphi?
angimazi igama lakhe kodwa usocial worker wase ward 5
Ukhona la?
ukhona lapha kodwa thina asisebenzi ngeward sisebenza ngenkosi yonke amawadi onke akhona khona ekhaya lethemba
Social worker wakwa ward 5 ukhona?
kodwa social worker mama abasebenzisa abahamba kithi kakhulukazi abase Richards Bay
Richards Bay.
Yes ma'am
Ukhona? Uphi? Makaphume ekhoneni, makeze ngapha uma ufuna umbone. Acheke ukuthi njengoba babecelile uzawuthini ngale nkinge yokucela kwabo indawo. Nangu ya uyeza. Woza social worker phuma ngapha ya. Kuzohlangana neye ne?
Yes okay ma'am saqedela okunye besicela ukuthi uhulumeni asibhekelele thina njengabantu besifazane ukuthi impesheni yethu u55 obukade ushiwo womunye umemo bengubona ukude kakhulu ungcono u50 from my experience ukuthi kukhona abanye omama angithi thina siwiki siyasebenza siyazala amagazi ethu ayehla ngalesikhathi esengasakwazi kwenza lutho umuntu usumfica lapha sengazuthi ugogo kanti umuntu umusha ukhahlameza ukuthi uzale kakhulu wenza zonke lezi zinto akasayithola impesheni athi bethe ama social worker lapha yana akahamba umuntu ayojima akahamba ayosebenza uzosebenza kanjani umsebenzi engawusawutholi segugile
Alright sesibambile ipoint yakho 50 years
yes
and
please
above.
yes
Alright siyabonga ke
okunye engicelaye okunye engicelela ogogo
Isikhathi mama sesiphelile.
khona okunye kubaluleke kakhulu.
Mara ngabe uqale ngako
Ema
isikhathi siphelile.
i5 minutes yakho iphelile. Izicelo zakho ngithe zisekushona. Alright masimamele nje isicelo si1.
esinye isicelo sami esokuthi uhulumeni siyabonga ukuthi usihambisa kuma Golden Games sihambe sidlala bese bayaselect ogogo kodwa okunye esicela kho singogogo ukuthi uhulumeni kusithi thina singama luncheon club sihleli nje mhlawumbe siyikhale ethemba hayi laba abahlele emakhaya abangajima laba abahambela ama luncheon uhulumeni akabathathe nje one day bahambe bawulale ehotela emveni kwalokho
Alright siyabonga inkosi mama. Alright enkosi. Alright uhulumende abalalise emahotele. Wema yazi yini umuntu othethe isidala ngizamnqamula ngoku abantu abadala bakhathele ngoku.
Igama lami u-Olga Zulu.
Ungabuleli.
I am Olga Zulu.
Ungene ngqo.
Ngihlukumezeke kakhulu.
Yeah.
Ngangisebenza esitolo. Ngathola impesheni yami, ngasebenza ngaze nganeminyaka ewu-75.
I worked up until I was 75. I have received my pension.
Kuthe emva kwalokho kwashona umyeni wami.
My husband passed on.
Uma ishonile base beyivala imali yami. Bathi ngihola imali kababa. Ekubeni le mali eyengane zakhe, isiza izingane zakhe, ilungisa izinto ezonakele ekhaya. Mina yami angi-enjoy yabadala.
My pension was stopped. I was told that I'm getting my late husband's pension.
Awuyitholi ke?
Angitholi bayibhala emva kokuba sekushona ubaba bathi ngithola imali kababa.
Senzo uyayithola kababa?
Ngiyayithola kababa. Impesheni yami angiyitholi.
6,000 yonke enento ngaphandle. Akiri?
Angizwa.
Uthola i-6,000 andithi?
Yebo kodwa eyengane ilungisa izinto ezonakele ekhaya. Mina yami angiyenjoy yokudala njoba ngino-85 manje.
All right. U-social worker wakho uphi? What bani? Akucacisele lento ye-special pension ukuthi ihamba kanjani naxa uyi-public servant.
Ubuya kuyiphi ward, ma'am? Ubuya kuyiphi ward?
What 12?
What
Nana
12?
social worker ward 12.
Enkandla ambomcacisela mama i-special pension sihamba kanjani nokuthi ma unemali ye-grant le ebuya kufulmente ne-pension sihamba kanjani naxa uyi-public servant ihamba kanjani into ye-pension, old age pension. Uza kucacisela u-social worker.
Manje ingane zithi ekamali ekapapwazo le mali.
Hayi bama iyapha fanele nishere iyapha ku-social worker akucacisele. Angeke iphume qualify to have it ngoba unale mali engaka oyitholayo 6,500 and something.
Eyengane.
It's fine ingane zakho iyapha olandelayo baba iyapha ku-social worker uyomxelela uyaso. I know it's 6,000.
Okay. So,
Thank you.
Umana Sempanza lo, osuka eMhlathuze, Ward 14.
My name is Manasseh
Inhlangano enguyo ithemba lethu.
From Mhlathuze, Ward 14. I belong
All
to
right,
Timberlake
uxolo kancinci baba
organization.
Mazda and what Lindy andiyiboni lento oyibhalile apha NEZ 555 kuthiwa white Mazda kuthiwa ivale umgwaqo ufuna ukungeniswa izinto
iMazda emhlophe kuthiwa ivale umgaqo NEZ
NEZ 555
NEZ 555 ivale umgaqo khona bafuna ukungenisa ngaphakathi siyacela basiqhelisele yona.
Yebo. Bese ngishilo ukuthi all protocol observed.
Njengoba bese ngishilo ukuthi ke ngiyabingelela ke wonke umuntu ngokwezihlanga.
Nithi ke okusemqoka ngiyawuseka umthetho sisekelo unama condition njengamaningi amancane.
I do support the bill, but I do have a few conditions.
Istructure sikahulumeni sonke siyinkathazo kakhulu ngoba asenze izinto ngendlela efanele sinakho lokho.
The structure of government itself is a problem.
Salokho njengakule inhlangano yethu ithemba lethu nje zamele ukuthi sizame ukuregister ngo-2014
from our organization.
Kwaba last year lapha esithole i-NPO. Asikakathola lutho konokho uxhaso.
We tried to register.
Support uma ukhona improvement.
We tried to register, but we were not able to get the NPO. Up until now, we have not gotten or received any assistance.
Yeah. Okunye okusemqoka ngithi nje usho ukuthi inhlaka kahulumeni azixhumani ngendlela kahle.
Another important thing is that government spheres are not communicating very well.
Nokwenza ushintsho kakhulu eminyangweni wakhe uphathele umuntu athuthuse khona lapha ashintsha asuke kwezinye indawo kudala lokho ukuthi kwenzeke izinto
And
ezinjengokwenzeke kuthina.
the changes that happen in these departments create a lot of instability. We have seen that happening to us.
Ngakho ke singacela ukuthi nje njoba sesikhathathe nje sibale noma clinic okwenzeka kuzo zonke lezi ndawo kahulumeni ingoba kuneyinkinga akuhambi kahle kuzo zonke lezi ndawo. Ngabala nje
The reason we end up mentioning all these things like clinics and other departments is because there are problems in the workings of the governmental departments.
singabuka ukuthi nje ngempela thina nje esingene kamva la kwenhlangano yabadala besazi ukuthi khona ama ward committee ngapha ecaleni khona ama social work azobathola kanjani laba abantu uma singenayo inhlangano bese yakhele bese okwaziwa kanjani thina ukuthi sinezinkinga na.
As people who joined later in these elderly organizations, we knew there were ward committees as well as social workers, but how are they going to see or find these people when they do not know of these organizations?
Esingacela nje ngathina esiyinhlangano laphana ayikho indawo ikhaya labadala laphana esihlala khona.
We would request as an organization, we do not have an old age home in the area we live in. We have a problem.
Sihlala eSikhawini
At
noma
Esikawini,
eDube village eWard 14
Dube Village, Ward 14.
ayikho inhlangano yabadala ngisho nase Ward 17 ecaleni nase 16 nase 15 nase 12 nase 14 ayikho onke inhlangano
In
zabadala.
all the wards that he's mentioned, he says there are no elderly organizations.
Ngiyabonga ngifuna ukugcina la.
Thank you. I'd like to stop there.
Ukhona social worker wasesikhawini?
Social worker waseSikhawini ukhona?
Nangu ya baba. Nangu ya social worker wasesikhawini. Ungaya ngale kwelicala niphume ubuze ukuthi i-application yenu enaniyingenise kudala izobuya nini and how far are they with it?
Okay. Ngingu-Edna Nene,
My name is Edna Nene
eNdlangubo, Ward 24.
from Dlangubo, Ward 24.
Ngikhamuka sinenhlangano yabadala isizama impilo lunch on club.
We have an elderly people's club called Sizamimpilo Luncheon Club.
Siyabonga ukuthi abaningi ozakwethu sebekhulumile okuningi okuyikhona okusilethe lapha njengabantu abadala ogogo nomkhulu.
We are thankful that our peers or our colleagues have actually spoke on the lot of issues that have brought us here as elderly people.
Ziningi ke inkinga esihlangabezana nazo emphakathini engicabanga ukuthi ama social worker kufanele abhukule asebenze kanzima.
There are a lot of problems that we come across in the communities, which I think the social workers will need to up their game to solve them.
Insiza kusebenza
It's resources,
izindawo kufanele sisebenzele kuzo sisebenzele emakhaya.
places that we can use to work in. We are actually currently working in our own homes.
Okungathi makuhamba umuntu omdala kulelo khaya sisale dengwane.
If it were to happen that the elder of that home passes on, we would be left stranded.
Inkantolo zikude nabadala.
The courts are far from the elderly people.
Kahle kahle sidinga izakhiwo eziqondene nabo abadala.
Actually, we need infrastructure that is directed to the elderly people.
Siyabonga ukuthi uhulumeni uyakwazi ukusixhasa ngokuncane.
We are thankful that the government is able to support us with the little that they do.
Siyahlangana ngolwesithathu nangolwesihlanu.
We meet every Wednesday and every Friday.
So ke ngenxa yaso ke isimo ukuthi ke asikwazi ukuhlangana nsuku zonke.
That is because we are not able to meet every day.
Bengicela ke kuleli parliament
I would then therefore request from Parliament,
ngoba selisibizile sasondela eduzane kwalo.
because you have called us and we came closer to you
Salethe ikhalazo zethu.
and we brought our complaints,
Balethe feedback phela.
you should bring feedback back to us
Ukuze ama social worker asebenze ngokukhululeka emphakathini.
so that the social workers could actually work freely in the communities.
Ngoba kuningi okubhekene nawo.
Because there is a lot that the social workers are facing.
Asebekubalileke bonke ke abalapha kuningi.
The previous speakers have already stated all the issues.
Siyabonga kakhulu.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you, ma. Three minutes, please.
Igama lam nguRose wakwaLinda Sibongo.
I am Rose Linda.
Ngiza nezicelo ezintathu engizicelayo
I have only 3 requests
nokuzoncoma ukuhlala nohulumeni namhlanje sizise izikhalo zethu.
and to appreciate for the
Isicelo
opportunity that we have to having met the government today.
Isicelo sami sokucela abasisizayo emaklabhini ethu abantwana ngoba yebo sibadala sifundile kodwa inkinga yethu amehlo asisakwazi kubona.
We are experiencing eyesight problems as elderly people. We therefore request for
Uma singathola oyedwa engunobhala bese sithola ababili mhlambi abangakwazi kusisiza eklabhini yami mina ekhulumayo siwu 57 sonke duty ba laba bantu banakekelwa abantu abadala namakhehla ngobunjalo.
Now, in our club, we are a membership of 57. We are requesting just to get someone who could be, our scriber and someone who will assist us in reading whatever has to be read for us.
Singajabula kakhulu uma ngabe isikhalo sethu singamukeleka.
We will-
Ekakhulukazi ngithanda ukubonga ama social worker ethu esisebenza nawo bazinikela ngendlela emangalisayo ukusebenza ngokuthula basiphethe kahle.
We would highly appreciate if our requested can be taken into consideration. And secondly, I would like to thank our social workers. They dedicate themselves in their work. They are assisting us a lot.
Indawo engisuka kuyona kuse-Ward 14 eGobandlovu.
I am from Ward 14 in Kobandlovu. Thank you.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you, mama.
Ngimfishane ke mina. Okay. Oh, okay. Ngiyabonga. Umama umthethwa lo,
I am Mrs. Mtetwa.
uDoris of Qamoga,
My name is Doris
kumasipala umfolozi,
from Folozi Municipality
kuWard 10.
in Ward 10.
Ngaphansi kwenhlangano inhlabosini Gogos in Action.
Under the organization Intlabosini Gogosi organization.
Ngiyalibonga kakhulu leli thuba.
I highly appreciate the opportunity.
Ngiyamangala nje uma ngizwa inhloso zikahulumeni ngale nhlangano yogogo.
I am surprised when I hear the aims and objectives of government with this organization of the elderly people.
Enhlizweni yami kufika ubuhlungu nokudabuka
In my heart, I feel pain and sorrow
ukuthi uhulumeni wethu osithanda kangaka enezinhloso ezinhle kangaka
that our government, which loves us so much, which has got some beautiful objectives,
kube sengathi sizibhekela phansi lezi inhloso ezinhle kangaka.
and it would seem as if we are looking down upon these aims and objectives.
Angisho ke kuhulumeni wethu ukuthi ngiyawusekela kakhulu umthetho usekela.
Let me say that I support the bill,
Kodwa bekufanele izinhlangano zonke zibambisane zilikhulekele leli parliament elogogo.
but all the organizations should have come together and pray for this
Ukuba
parliament
liqhubekele phambili.
so that it can go forward.
Thina zinhlangano zogogo
We, the organizations of the elderly,
size nezinhlelo ezizolekelela leli parliament
we must come up with programs that will assist Parliament
ukuba izinhloso zikahulumeni ngaleli parlamente ziphumelele.
so that the aims and objectives of the parliament can be achieved.
Enhlanganweni ke enguyo
In the organization that I am in,
abantu abaningi kuyona sebe badala kakhulu.
most of the people in that organization are very old,
Kodwa bakhona laba abasakwazi ukuthi mayephuma nekhuba lakhe akwazi ukuthi afake isishebo esizolekelela lempuphu esinikwe uhulumeni.
but there are those who are still able to assist what the government is giving us by providing something that we can use to eat this porridge.
Besicela ke kuhulumeni ukuthi asisize alekelele kakhulu lezi ingane ezama social worker ezisisizayo.
We request that our government should also assist these social workers who are assisting us,
Nalezi ingane ezisisizayo sabone emahlweni ziyasibhalela
and those children who are assisting us by writing down, because now we
kodwa
are,
azitholi lutho.
but these children don't get anything.
Manje besicela kuhulumeni ukuthi laba bantwana basisizayo kube khona okuncane uhulumeni abacabangela ngakho okwensipho nje yokugeza ubuso.
We therefore request that the government should at least assist these young children by giving them a form of stipend,
Ukuze bakhuthale.
so that now they can be encouraged.
Siyacela ke kakhulu kuningi ke obekukhona enhlizweni yami kodwa oza kwethu ngoba sebekuthintile ngiyazi ukuthi uma sebekuthintile nami ngizosizakala kukho lokho asebekuthintile.
Thank you very much. I think I'm going to benefit from what my peers or colleagues have already said.
Sengcina ke mphathi wami siyacela kakhulu ukulekelelwa kulolu hlangothi lwezolimo.
In conclusion, we request to be assisted in farming,
Sikwazi ukuthola izimbewu namageja
so that we can be able to get seeds and hooves,
ngoba sinenkinga kakhulu njengoba izinguquko mayifika kuhulumeni kunalezi izinto ekade zenzeka ngenye indlela manje siyabona kuyehla kushona phansi.
we can see that because of the changes that are taking place, whatever we were getting from the government, we are no longer getting. We can see that things, are getting down and down.
Okumnandi ke ama social worker abaphathi bethu bayasisiza basichazela ukuthi inkinga ikuphi.
What is good is that our social workers and our leaders, they tell us where the problem is.
Siyacela ke kubaphathi bethu ukuthi baselekelele ngoba esiye sakubheka ke thina zinhlangano zogogo.
We request that what we have seen as the elderly organizations,
Ukuze ingashoni phansi lento baphela amandla ogogo.
for this thing to keep on going on, elderly people should not be demotivated.
Sicela ukulekelelwa ngezimbewu.
We are asking for seeds.
Okay ma, ungoba wakho uzamcedelela kula tafile. Yeah, ngoba cedelela pha kutafile.
Hamba qedelela lapha etafuleni.
Abantu bayakhala badala. Bafike 8 o'clock la. As a result, sicela ukuthi kungeniswe into edliwayo la ngaphakathi manje. Ngoba bafile indlala.
As a result, we therefore request that something to eat should be brought inside the hall.
Ngiqedile ngapha bengithengiza la ningabokugcina gci laba bebela.
I'm finished this side, I'm coming to this side. You are the last round.
Baba, ngicela uhlale phansi tu. Askis security kami kancane. Babo thola umnqwazi 1 2 3 baba ogcoka ibuku 4 5 6 7 niphele ngizoma ngenyawo ngoku 1 minute ungasibongi ungabulisi ungenzi yonke into ngena baba ngena
Mina umthimkhulu ogama uJamsanqa ufika endaba yakhe ngo28.
My name is
Uzothula isikhalazo la.
My name is Tamsanqa Mthimkhulu from Ward 38. My complaint is
Mina ngicela isikhalazo la ukuthi uhulumende makasisize njengogogo nomkhulu.
the government must assist us as elderly people.
Sinankinga lala lapha ngoba siyajima singabantu abadala.
We have a problem because we exercise as old people or elderly people.
Sithole uhulumende asikhasa siyagula amadolo sibaningi siyalima.
We would request that the government assist us because we are sick.
All right baba all right amba ucela imbewu nayo yonke into ofuna ukuyicela u-social worker wakho uward bani
What ban? 28.
28 ubu-social worker wakho ward 28
What 28 endaba yakhe?
endaba yakhe ubu-social worker
Apparently he has seen it.
ukhona iyakuyena mba ucela
Shosha
yonke
nakuye.
lento icelayo next tata ward 28 ndaba yakhe ungabulisi baba
Sanibona.
subulisa sesikubonile
Hayi. Khona nje engithi angubeke kuhulumeni.
I would like to state something to the government.
Ekubona uhulumeni ukuthi kuyikho noma kuyikho.
The government would decide whether it's right or wrong.
Uphelwa mbona uhulumeni thina esicindezela nendlala.
We look,
Ingane zethu.
we see the government oppressing us and allowing us to get hungry with our children.
Ngalo 350
with this 350.
Ngisafuna ukuzwa kuhulumeni ukuthi yena ikuphi ongakuthenga ezitolo ngalo 350.
I would like to know from the government what can you actually buy from the shops with this 350.
all right baba sengiyashesha ngoku ngiyashesha ngoku
Thwase
350 wenzelwe laba bangaphangeli laba bangafumani i-old age grant laba baphakathi ko 35 years uyoma ku 59 bangekatholi pension so singakhulumi ngayo apha usasa kakho nobakho la
Okokugcina.
Lastly,
Ngifuna ukwanda kakhulu.
because I don't want to talk too much,
Ngikhalela ogogo. Ihlungu into engibuka lapha emakhaya.
I have a complaint on behalf of the grandmothers.
Umlalazi.
Umlalazi.
La isho
okay
ibuhlungu emoyeni wami.
Something very bad is
Ogogo
happening to
bathwele
them.
nzima. Yebo uhulumeni onina abayingane uyabanika imali yeqolo. Kodwa imali yeqolo abayisebenzisi ngendlela. Kuhlupheka thina futhi.
all right
Thina bomkhulu.
uphi
Nogogo.
ubu-social worker wakho
Kuthiwa uphi social worker wakho?
akakho
Apparently
u-social
it's
worker wakho
Kuphela ngicelayo ngicela ukuthi sengathi uhulumeni engake bathi
mamela baba angobhalisa pha sizowucheckisha u-social worker
Kuthiwa
ahambe aye kuwe kwakho
social worker uzawufika
ayomonitarisha
kuwena azokuzwa kahle ukuthi
azokhona ukumonitarisha labantwana banganaki abantwana babo Shh, asizole bethu nokanye siyikhuphe inhlangano ngoku siyikhuphe baba
Yebo igama lami ngubaba MW Bekwa.
I am
Bekwa.
MW Bekwa.
Ngiqhamuka kuyisiphembile Service Club.
I am from Spembile Service Club.
Kumasipala Umfolozi Municipality
From Mfolozi Municipality
kwa Ward 8.
at Ward 8.
Kunento ekhona lapha njengabantu abadala. Indawo yokusebenzela asinayo.
As elderly
Sebeshilo
people,
abantu
we do
abaningi.
not have a place to work from.
umuntu uyazama ukuthi akhulumisane nomasipala kodwa ngizwakale kahle.
We try to communicate to the municipality,
Besicela
but
ukuthi
we are not
uhulumeni
heard.
asisize.
We therefore request the government to assist us.
Nokunye ngicela ukusika lijingayo kona. Abantu abadala abaningi la bayahlupheka kakhulu.
Most of the elderly people here are suffering.
Sicela ukuthi uhulumeni asisize ikakhulukazi ema-ofisini akhe onke ama-ofisi akhe. Sicela ukuhlukumezeka thina.
We are being harassed in the government offices.
Akube khona njengomunye umfowethu wafika la ekhulume ngesibhedlela sala eShowe ukwakhuluma.
One of my colleagues who came here and mentioned the issue of Eshowe Hospital.
Kukwenzeka futhi njengasesibhedlela ingwelezane. Kwenzeka kumina kodwa ke ngenhlanhla ngayilungisa leyo nto ne-management yakhona.
The same thing happened to me at Umlalazi Hospital.
Okay baba.
It was personally
Ngcono
mine.
ulungisile lenkinge yakho eShowe kodwa sihleli sibhalile already izamama.
Sanibonani. Ngingusibongile Gumede ngisuka eWard 4
from Ward 4
eMandlazini.
at Mandlazini, Mhlathuze.
Ngicela nje kukodwa ngizosheshisa ngizocela okukodwa ukuthi iParliament alikwazi ngeke likwazi ukusisiza kuhulumeni wethu. Sifelwa thina odokotela bakusasa.
My request is that can't Parliament assist us because our future doctors are dying.
Sifelwa odokotela bakusasa nothisha bakusasa.
And future teachers.
Ngene kuthini
ngenxa yokuthi
kwenzekeni
ethu sayifundisa iqede ustandard 10 ihlakaniphile ingane kodwa kusasa uzoyibona ingane isilala ehlathini sinethende ezimnyama ngeke akwazi ukusiza kulokho anoyiyagcina.
I just want to find out as to whether the government can assist us with our children who pass matric and at the end they end up being drug addicts.
Okay. Siyabona. All right. Enkosi baba. Awuchongo nokuthi uyaxhasa isihlomelo?
I support mama, support lo mthetho.
Which one?
Ngiyawuxhasa umthetho wesivivinyo.
I support the bill. Thank you.
Bazali bango ngisuke eMlalazi. All right bazali. All right mama, all right kame kancane. Asingawashazeli. Sicela ukuthi umuntu athole one packet. Angatholi ama packet ahambe nomphako.
Sicela umuntu athole iphakethe ngalinye angabe maningi.
All right. Kubo mama.
Ngikubusiwe Mhlongo ngisuka kwesakwaMpungose eMlalazi.
I'm Busiso Mhlongo from Umlalazi.
Imbizo 1 iward 9.
Mbizo 1, Ward 9.
Nginenkinga nginodadewethu ushonile ngo2021.
I have a problem. My sister passed on in 2021.
Manje into eyinkinga ingane azitholi UIF yakhe kwaLabor.
The problem is that her children are not receiving her UIF from the Labour Department.
Wonke.
We have gone everywhere.
Sebegcine bathatha ama bank account kodwa lawo ma bank account lokhu siya so checker.
They ended up taking our bank accounts. We've been checking. They keep on saying we should check, but there's nothing.
All right.
They said they would call us.
Le ndaba yakho yokungatholi UIF kumele uyibhalise kubaba lwa ushiya ama number akho ushiya everything silandela ukuthi UIF ka mama lowo ihamba kanjani ayuzela embokweni nanga abantu benthe bayaqhwephesa
Etafuleni elimnyama.
olandelayo ushiya yonke into yakho ne cell phone number ushiya everything baza kufonela bakulandelelele iUIF yomntwana wakho.
Ngurijana Mdungu eNkandla.
My name is Richana Mtunge from Enkandla.
Ngisebenza ngogogo amalontsho ngihlapho.
I work with elderly people and luncheon clubs.
Kusho ukuthi ngakhethwa umama Mthethwa usadlula ngokungithemba.
I was elected by Mama Mtetwa, who has since passed on because she trusted me,
Ukuthi ngiyakwazi ukubhekela ogogo.
that I am able to take care of
Nginakelela
elderly people
ogogo.
and also take care of
Noma
them.
egule semholweni sohola ngimnakelele.
Even when they are sick, I look after them.
Noma sexakekile ngiye kuye ukuthi gogo yini ebese ngimtshela ukuthi uthe amaphilisi akwadlanga.
Even when they have problem, I go and ask what's the problem, and I find that they might have not taken their medication.
Kuze ngikhetheke ngusihlalo.
Alright ma, bakukhethile, sebekukhethile sokhona. Ngoku sifuna ukuzwa ukuthi kumthetho lo size nawo sihlomele. Uhamba nawo okanye ufuna ukongeza into.
Yebo nganami ngiyabonga sengimdala ngasala emgwaqweni engqondo emgwaqweni njengobona ngamboko ngiyaxolisa mntanami. Angibambezeli ngize ngakho lokho ukuthi ngizobonga uhulumeni wethu mina ngangena kusekhona uMadiba wathi uzosiza ama social worker ayasiza asenzele konke okufanele esicelayo ukuthi sicela uxhasa sinayo indlu yokusebenzela sangenisa emzini womuntu.
Alright ma. Ukhona social worker wakho la?
Yes,
Ubani?
yes.
Ukhona.
What
Igama lakhe.
What 11?
What 11 social worker ukuphi?
Nange qhamuka.
Uthi ngibani?
Uzodwa Msomi.
Uzodwa Msomi uphi bethu? Iyekela uzayithetha kuzodwa yonke le uyithethayo. Alright mama.
Okay. Igama lami ngiuzanele Mhlongo.
I am Zanele Mshongo
Ngisuka Ward 11.
from Ward 11.
Ngiyawu supporta umthetho.
I support the bill,
Ikakhulukazi kule clause ekhuluma ngokuthi abantu abadala uma babe endaweni zokuhlala abantu abadala ayisezothathwa imali yabo.
especially where the clause
Alright,
says
sicolo kancane bethuna ngoba sihlezi la kule tafile siyababona laba bafuna ukuphinda. Hanimeni ngokuphinda mani. Sizothi makusele baphinde laba bantu. Ngakumbi laba sengibatshelwa ukuthi naba befuna ukuphinda. Umuntu ufumana ipasele liyi-1.
niyacelwa bakithi ukuthi umuntu akathole iphasela ngalinye akekho ozophinda nizophinda kuphela uma sekuthole wonke umuntu.
Ngicabanga ukuthi le clause isula inyembezi zami.
I think this clause satisfies me.
Ngingumuntu othandayo ukusiza ogogo, abantu abazintandane kanye nabantu abaningi.
I am one person who likes to help the elderly people, the orphaned, as well as the needy people.
Sigijime ne-social worker yalapha eMlalazi saze sabafishane. Kuthe ugogo behlukumezekile sesekhaya labadala wafike wanqaba
Mamela mamela mama. Sesanele ngoku ukuthi simamele amabalanyana. Sifuna nje uthi ukuthi sawungeze ntoni kulomthetho osifakele.
Engifisa kwengezwe ilokhu ke. Thina abantu abadala bekade besebenza abathola imali yempesheni lapho besebenza khona. Izikhathi eziningi bona abazithola izephulelo zabantu abadala kuma services. Besicela nabo labantu abadala kade besebenza bacatshangele ngoba nabo sebengabantu abadala base South Africa. Ngoba ikhathi eziningi asithathwa njengabantu abadala base South Africa kuthiwa wena uqualify thina kade sisebenza.
Alright.
We request that the elderly people
Awukwazi ukufumana imali kwela cala le UIF nepenshele from emsebenzini uphinde ufumane double kweli cala ngoba yonke le mali ivela kuhulumente. Asizwane ngaleyo.
Igama lami nginguMiriam Langa ngisuka eMhlathuze wa 24.
I am Miriam Langa from Mhlathuze, Ward 24.
Enhlanganweni kaMasibonisane.
From the Masibonisane.
Ngihlala nogogo abawu-30.
I am in this club with 30 elderly people.
Ogogo into bengize ngayo la ukucela ukuthi yena kunabanye ogogo abangakwazi ukuhamba ngicela induku nama wheelchair.
I'm just asking for the wheelchairs and the walking sticks for the elderly people.
Sorry kancane mama, bazali bama bahlezi la abazaziyo. Sanuthatha kabili. Niyasiphazamisa la itafuleni ngoba siyibukile lento niyenzayo. Asingeke sithi makuthathwe lama food parcel kuni seniwathathile. Please bazali bami. Mama, ambocela yonke into. Sanufake esibhegini niphinde nifune for the second one. Please mama. Sinijongile nani niyabona ukuthi sijongephi. Mama, ndicela uyocela u-social worker wakho usuka kweyiphi ward?
U24 eMhlathuze. Angisaceli ke uhulumeni ngezinto ozenazo zinto ezosiphakamisa. Nalokhu ke beke kodwa ke bengicela ke manje kokugcina ndodakazi yami bengicela uhulumeni wethu esimthandayo esimkhonzile akakasiqoshele lezi ingane no matric ezaphasa ziyeke uholu 350 asilali yizo zithenga idakamizwa ziphuza utshwala nami ngingwenye eyami enhlala ngikhaya uhulumeni akasivalele 350 ayihambe yosebenza abahambe bathwa noma yitoho uhulumeni abanika amatoho bavuke beyosebenza njengamadoda abazozazi ukuthi bangamadoda.
Right mama, uvakele ucela uhulumeni avale 350. Yes, abanikeza umsebenzi. Badla imali yenu, it's fine, all right. Owokugcina ngi marima ambocela ilento. Mama, ambocela i-sticks ne-wheelchairs nayo yonke into ku-council lento ku-social worker wakho. Yeah.
Ntombazane lokhulumayo
i-wheelchair.
Ntombazane lokhulumayo
Yamazi social worker wakho. Yamazi social worker. Uyamazi social worker. Uphi? What man? What 24 social worker? Nangu ya. Ambobhalisa yes.
Ngiyabonga. Ntombazane lokhulumayo sibiya.
Ntombazane sibiya.
Osuka eMthonjaneni Ward 6
From Ward 6 at Mthonjaneni.
Ozokhulumela intembeni Luncheon Club.
Which club?
Intembeni Luncheon Club inhlangano yabantu abadala.
Oh, I'm from Nkembeni Lunch On Club. It's an elderly organization.
Yeah. Ngicela ukubuza ukuthi iParliamente uma wasebenza usemncane kogogo sizogogo kukhona nisibonelelo ongasithola nawe kade sizogogo besingajabula kakhulu laba basizogogo bebaphekela bebaklinela kuze kube khona isibonelelo abanikezwa sona.
Mine is just to find out as to whether is there any form of stipend that can be given to the people who are assisting the elderly people.
Njengami nje kade ngaqala sengize ngangena ngawugogo usizogogo.
Like myself, I've long started assisting the elderly people.
Okunye futhi bengicela kakhulu kunogogo abangakwazi ukusukuma phansi kodwa bethanda ukuza entembeni Luncheon Club engakwazi nohulumeni ukusisiza kube khona mhlawumbe imoto eqhamuka kuhulumeni kuthiwa yeyogogo bazosizakala ngayo.
We are also asking for a form of transport that the government can assist us in order to transport the elderly people who are unable to walk.
All right.
Siyabonga kakhulu sicela nje ukubeka
sinaso isithethe sowubonga sizawuthetha susibonga nethi nje manifumani usuka kweyiphi ward?
Mthonjaneni
Ward 6 Mthonjaneni social worker.
Ama-social worker wethu asiphethe kahle kakhulu.
Ma eniphethe kahle makanikeze le moto niyifunayo. Ma eniphethe kahle kakhulu ngohlobo mawayenze yonke lento abone ukuthi i-caregiver enguwe ikhona into etholakayo okanye kwenzekalani. I-caregivers zikhona nje ziyathola istipend ezinye mari hayi everybody. Ma ubhekise ku-social worker ukhona u-social worker wakho?
Ukhona ngiyawuseka nokuzana nomthethosisekelo.
Uphi?
We support the bill.
Ukhona ngeke ngambona la khona.
Ngibonile nawe uyakubiza uthi amba ucela imoto pha kuyena.
Yabo.
Usashe ucheckisha ukuthi waye engakunikeza istipend usebenza kanzima kangaka. All right, Ziphelile ke izandla. Siyaqonda ukuthi abanye bafike very late. Laba baphakamise pha. Ngicela bazela etafileni bazobhalisa intetha yabo. Angekhe niphinde ninikeze omunye umuntu seku very chaotic ngoku. Abantu balambile nawe ma iya la etafileni uyobhalisa lokhu ufuna ukuthetha. Nikeza ama obanobhalane baseparlament. Ngoku ke sifanele sikhangele uba ngubani ichanhliziyo eliza ukuthi lisivalele lo mhlangano wethu. Ndicinga into basesiqedile ngoku sibulele nje ngelizwe liyi-1 sibulele abantu abadala unyamezela. Siya understand ukuthi abanye abantu bafike late ngenxa ye transport. Yilento siye savula isikhathi noko sabaningi. Ukhona uma or ubaba ucinga ukuthi angasivalela ngomthandazo athi awugqiba asithi 1 tshuphu. Sebusuku ngoku.
Ukhona ke umama ozizwayo ongasivalela ngomthandazo sesifike emaphethelweni. Siyabonga mama.
Sicela simhloniphe uNkulunkulu. Sithobe. Asithobe nje sithi kancane sibonge leli thuba. Siyabonga baba wethu ongcwele egameni lika Jesu. Sibonga ubukhona bobukhosi bakho uhambe nathi from morning kwaze kwabalana. Thatha udumo keNkulunkulu wethu sabuyele emakhaya. Londoloza Nkosi iParliament lethu kanye nathi sonke sibuyele emakhaya sifike siphephile ngegama lika Jesu uKristu. Amen.
Enkosi mama sonke bethu nasibulelwe sicedile ngoku imeeting ivaliwe. Bye bye.